Get him. What's happening?
Welcome to the WWE Bad Blood 2024 live watch-along presented by Game Up Hard Hydration. Game Up is like your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink. Got together, had a baby, but it's so much better. Dave, give them the stats.
Oh, you know, we talking about those great 4 flavors it comes in. We're talking about fruit punch. We're talking about orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Guys, it's only 110 calories, low carbs. Get ready to game up. Dig it.
All right, I'm setting us up to go live on Instagram as well.
Yes. And I'm working on getting my peacock all set up here.
Oh, geez, Dave, you ain't got to tell us what you're doing behind the scenes.
You know, we have always kept it 100 and honest with our fans, so tonight will be no different.
Making it sound dirty. I wasn't sure if that was a Vince McMahon term you were using.
All right. My peacock is out and ready to go. I just want you to know
I
which, by the way, that is a off-air reference that Joe knows what I'm talking about, which, by the way, my girlfriend read out loud in the car because she was dealing with my phone and didn't know, and I had to do some explaining.
Oh, no.
All is good. All is good.
She gets how funny it is, though, right?
Yeah, well, it's funny because her daughter was in the back of the car, too. So. And the one luckily, I'm pretty good at defusing situations, as you know. So, all right, we are ready to go. We are looking right now. I'm looking at least this segment from a few weeks back with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns on the Georgia Tech football field. Looks like they're showing some other stuff in here too, but let's just talk about that for a second, right? That was one of the best pieces of like face-to-face confrontation, cinema, whatever you want to call it. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was great because you got Roman Reigns, who went to college at Georgia Tech. So he's got that connection, being a big football guy, saying that that's his stadium. But, you know, that's the city where Cody grew up. That's the city that his dad made famous. And just the way that they did it all so amazingly. I was already excited for this match, but it just made the hype that much better going into it.
For sure. The song they had playing, the Cody showing up in the fancy sports cars and Roman having like the 7-8 cars with him, you know, just good stuff. And now we're seeing some of the other people that have been involved here, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. You know, I think the thing about it is I think that this has been built well. I think there's a little bloodline fatigue here with some people probably, but I think this video had everybody talking and had everybody buzzing. But I think as we get closer tonight, for me personally, what's my main interest here is Jacob Fatu. I want to see how Jacob Fatu is in the ring with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and how that plays out, because I think you have the potential to make Jacob Fatu a huge star tonight. Or, you know, you create the rift with Roman and Cody. Or is this a shocker where The Rock comes back tonight, you know? Or is this just going to leave with Kevin Owens maybe has something? There's so many different ways this can kind of end tonight.
Yeah, when you told me that tag team match was going to be in the main event, I'm like, I have to feel like that's going to be something big's going to happen there. You'd like to hope a debut. But I mean, just seeing Jacob Fatu in that main event spot is going to be wild.
It is, especially like we've kind of seen this guy like almost from the beginning. We watched a lot of his stuff in MLW, and he was great in MLW. And, you know, we've seen him in other promotions like GCW as well. But I thought he really shined in MLW. And now just seeing him in this position with Solo, even last night when he was on SmackDown, as he was just talking, like, Solo, I love you. We all love our tribal chief. I don't know. It's just, he fires me up. Like, I don't know what it is about him, but just something about the way he talks. I'm like, I'm into Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, he looked menacing coming in with that ski mask last night. Sorry, I'm trying to find a video here that I can share on our Facebook to get more watchers in here. It's wild that it's our own YouTube channel. I can't find it on our shit. Dave, if you share it out later, let me know and I'll co-op that share.
I will. I can work on that right now while we're at it here. I got some tricks, baby. I got some tricks. Well, I'm about 9:54 on the countdown here. Where are you at?
Yep, same thing. We wanted to start the watch along early to give us some time to, get ready for the watch along, to talk, to see if gotta aim the fan at myself, but to see if anybody else is excited for this, because if we're starting off with Hell in a Cell, that is a major match to be kicking off the show with.
Yeah. And that's what I understand is kicking off the show. And if you're not going to put that match on last, my hunch is it is going to go on first.
Yeah, and you got to think that something big's going to be coming because of it.
And got that stuff shared, Joe, on a number of Facebook accounts on my own, me and AJ's, and our Facebook actual page. So you are good to go. You can pick that up. I'm going to share it on X too. What up, X? There we go. We're good. All right.
It's nice having this podcast early, but I'll tell you, it's kind of a bitch doing a live watch along for it. Like if we were just watching it, it'd be fine. But to get through dinner so quick and to get home and get set up in time for this, it's a wild time, but they're doing it because of the UFC, which I'm really enjoying because, you're seeing that synergy between companies. It feels like, they're working together and I enjoy it.
Yeah, plus, it feels like everybody's
done by 8:30. It'll be beautiful.
That'll be huge. Well, I don't know about 8:30, but I'm sure about around 9 probably.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I don't know. I've been loving these, 5-match pay-per-views. Yeah. Some places on the internet had a 6th match in there. I had to check that with Dave yesterday.
Yeah, I've not seen that. Let's see. So yeah, we have the 5 matches tonight. We're gonna have the Hell in a Cell. We got the main event tag match. Bayley and Nia Jax is on tonight.
Yep.
So
2 women's championship matches.
Yeah. Oh, right, because we got Ripley and Liv Morgan too.
Yep.
With Dominic Mysterio in the cage. And Nia Jax told Tiffany last night to get ready to cash on Liv because you'll survive that cash in. And I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think that's an interesting kind of throw that out there,
Yeah, that was an interesting face-off they had where it looked like Tiffany was possibly going to cash in, possibly going to hit her. I thought it was a great SmackDown leading into tonight's event. You had AJ and Carmelo in there. You had that ladder match with the tag team champions.
No men's world title on tonight from either brand, but it's funny because it's an exciting pay-per-view, and War Games has kind of been the same thing. And what I find interesting is with Vince, when he was in charge of WWE, it's like we almost always had a men's world title match on every pay-per-view, but it was like there wasn't necessarily a story or anything sometimes, right? It was just creative. We just threw stuff. Whereas now with the new era, I feel like we don't even necessarily have to have the world title match on the line. Like it's all about the story. And then when we do get that big world title match, it's going to even mean more. But like this pay-per-view is sold strictly on the level of stardom of this main event tag match, like Cody and Roman. They are the modern day mega powers.
Yeah, and just seeing what's going to play out from that, it's great. We see Big E here doing the pre-show thing, which is, kind of interesting because it doesn't look like he's going to be coming back to the ring. Do you like him in this kind of like pre-show type setup?
Yeah. I mean, I think Big E is such a good personality that whatever you have him do, he's gonna kill it. I've watched him on some stuff for even UFC where they brought some like wrestlers and to talk about MMA. And Big E was able to talk. I've seen Big E like out in the boxing world before on the college football field, and he's always good no matter what you do with him. I would like to see Big E back, but only if I know for sure this guy's going to be safe, because, you know, it sounds like it was a pretty bad neck injury, and it was one of those things that if he got, you know, another neck injury like that again, he could be paralyzed. And obviously we don't want to see that happen. This guy's like one of the nicest guys that was in pro wrestling, you know, like very genuine. You can tell, like, you wouldn't want anything to happen to Big E.
And I hope they somehow bring him into this whole possible New Day breakup thing that they're teasing, not even to get in ring, but just to be outside the ring, to do things with the New Day. And we are getting close to the start of this pay-per-view. And, you know, there's one place that I haven't seen Big E, and that's Wrestleville.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store. Quick couple commercials there for the people before we kick this off for real.
James Hodge, by the way, in the comments, as we're about to go live, Brian Pillman also passed away today. I remember that's how the pay-per-view opened back in 97. James, I only brought this comment right away because I just started watching that pay-per-view this morning, and I couldn't believe how it stuck out to me, how they announced that Pillman had passed away. It was very odd. This was like one of the first big deaths I remember of an active star. And it was very almost nonchalant, like the way McMahon mentioned it. And then he said something too, where he said, unfortunately, he said, we have no details at the time. And it was something like, nonetheless, we have a suitable, thing for your entertainment tonight. And it was a very bad transition. And like they brought out like the minis, and I was just like, okay, this is odd. But it was very odd just listening to that pay-per-view today. But Brian Pillman was one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was wild that he died before that pay-per-view. Wrestling deaths are always handled so weird, especially in that time period. Yeah. It is weird how McMahon is just more than happy to roll on with the show, too.
And that was the first time, so. And I thought about Jim Ross, because Jim Ross was very close to Brian Pillman. And I thought, oh, man, that must have been so difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that pay-per-view because we'll be reviewing that coming up soon.
Yeah.
You know, we got the idea to be releasing it this coming up, or to be recording it this coming up week, to be, right around when this Bad Blood is, because, it's a pay-per-view they haven't run in a while. It's an interesting name to bring back, mainly centering on that Hell in a Cell feud versus the Hart Foundation, too.
Yeah, that was a great time period in wrestling, though. I love that Hart Foundation faction of Brian Pillman, Brett, Anvil, Davey, and Owen. I thought they were great. Looks like we're just starting with the national anthem.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Samantha
Irvin kicking it off. Making it feel major here.
I need to rewind. Yeah, that's what Joe was saying. We're in the process of watching it now. We're going to be doing basically a review of that show in the next 2 weeks. That whole thing with Baker and HBK, that 97 Hell in a Cell match is just tremendous. Still probably the best Hell in a Cell match of all time. Obviously, the one with Mick Foley might be the most memorable, but that was incredible.
Yeah, that's going to come out 2 Fridays from now, because this coming up Friday is going to be our Halloween Havoc 97. And then the following week will be Bad Blood 97.
Bad Blood 97. And then we will probably get some Halloween Havoc 92 again and finish up Halloween theme. Hey, I was actually thinking, I'll ask you online. We'll just have a little sidebar here. Maybe we should do like 1 week too after all said and done with this. Maybe we'll do like a documentary like review. Like I was thinking about I wanted to watch the Bruno Sammartino one again. And I thought that might be kind of fun just to do something like that, you know, some of these older wrestlers.
Oh, I'm definitely down. I've got a collection of wrestling documentaries, some more major known, some lesser known. You know, even after we finish the Vince McMahon documentary watch along, I'd like to watch that Vince documentary that WWF put out, you know, even compare it with the Vice series that was put out. We got a lot of good stuff coming to you guys.
And as Joe said, yeah, match-wise, it was the best for Shawn and Taker, but shock effect was Taker and Foley. No doubt, you can't – there's nothing any more shocking than someone getting thrown off a Hell in a Cell and landing on a crashing through a table with no crash pad or anything. Like, that's never going to happen again, I don't think.
You see Drew McIntyre checking the cell here.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're picking CM Punk here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I said I think that he'd be the favorite, but I'm going to actually go out on a limb and I'm going to pick Drew McIntyre with the help of Ethan Page.
James Hodges, thank you for joining us in the comments as well.
Yeah, I think that's the odds-on favorite, but I just have this weird feeling they might do something with Ethan Page from NXT, bring him up, and they might have start a feud with him and Punk. But I say that, but I also think Punk and Gunther makes a lot of sense down the road too.
Yeah, we did a TikTok live this morning where a lot of people wanted to see Punk and Rollins, and while I said that would be a good match, I feel like they're setting up Rollins to go against Bronson Reed right now. I mean, it would still be a great matchup, but it just doesn't look like it's in the cards next for either of them.
There's a lot of great matchups that can potentially happen right now. You know, like Punk and Rollins, Punk and Gunther, you know, Rollins and Bronson Reed, Rollins and Gunther. Like there's just a lot of different matches we have on that Raw brand. All right, what's next for them after this match?
Well, that's interesting because you got to feel the feud is ending here. Like we're saying, we think CM Punk, Gunther. But who do you see next for Drew McIntyre?
Well, that's a good point, right? So if Drew win or lose, like what would be next for him?
If somebody gets involved in the match, it could be Drew and that person, with Drew getting mad that somebody else had to get involved in his business with this. So if it was Ethan Page, that is a natural first kind of feud you're giving him.
Triple of heels. I'm thinking like maybe you know, you could always do something with him and Braun Breaker. Maybe, you know, you could start something there. I don't know. Drew has been doing the best work he's ever done. I don't know where he can go from this. I think so, because like with Gunther as a heel champion, like I don't think he's going to fight for that title right now. So yeah, it's like, what do you do with Drew next? I know Braun Breaker has interest in the title with Gunther. They teased that, but Sami Zayn is wrestling for it. So maybe something leads with Drew and Sami or Drew and Braun next, and maybe that could be our next feud.
I'm loving these shots we're seeing of Atlanta here.
Yeah.
State Farm Arena, the car that Cody Rhodes, the Metro Boomin have been sitting in for months.
Mm-hmm. So
and I love it that they have Metro Boomin and Future are on the soundtrack for this. You got Atlanta artist. I mean, they might have done it during the Vince era, but this definitely has like a new school feel to it.
So kind of what we're talking about here too. Maybe a new surprise to screw Drew tonight. You know who I'd love to see go up to the main roster and have a feud with Drew? Obafemi.
No, that would be good.
Yeah, just because Obafemi's so big and seeing what Drew could bring out a great match out of him, I'm sure.
Don't have the sound up on this, but I love seeing this hype video for this event. Got all the big feuds going into it.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre and Punk probably going to open it off. And then I got to think maybe one of the women's title matches.
I got to think it's got to be Nia and Bayley second, just because out of all these matches that they have on this show, that feels to me to be the least exciting.
One you would come down from. Yeah. Although if you wanted to try to keep the crowd hot, you definitely could put Ripley and Liv out there because that crowd's going to be hot for that match.
James Hodges has an interesting question for you here.
I know. We were discussing this a little bit. Like, I got to think The Rock is coming back at some point. And, tonight would be definitely just as logical as any other night. But, maybe they hold off to that first episode on Netflix. But I definitely think we're going to see Rock sooner than later.
Yeah, I feel like they got to have him come in and at least start setting up that Survivor Series War Games match.
Yeah, if he's going to be a part of that, that's a possibility. We could also see him there for the first time.
Yeah, I was going to say he doesn't even have to be a part of it. Just set it up because there's more than enough Samoan family members right now to really fill that matchup.
And look, they're in the arena now. Cody Rhodes, and who is this, Joe? Metro
Boomin.
Metro Boomin. Yeah, they could set up for Survivor Series, James. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Joe talked about too on the episode yesterday. We were doing Hikuleo from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He could be on here, right?
I could see that. You could debut like a couple new Samoan family members, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, there's a few out there. Oh, right. These girls are hosting.
Yeah.
So we got Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Busy week for these ladies, huh? They were on NXT in Chicago. They were on SmackDown last night in Nashville, and here they are for Bad Blood in Georgia.
Yeah, and I really like when they have hosts for the shows. Like that one time that Pretty Deadly did it, it seemed to fit. It was great when the Metaphor did it for one of those NXT shows. But these ladies are on top of the women's division, I think. Okay. So like we had heard, the cell's about to drop.
I do have to say,
kind of wild. Everybody on the TikTok live this morning was very surprised that this was kicking things off. They're like, I feel like that should be the main event. And I told them, I'm like, I have a feeling it's in this spot because that tag match has got to be setting up for something big. Like, it's a good match, but outside of doing a surprise, I don't know why they'd have it in the main event.
Yeah, it's odd. Yeah, you're right. You think we get blood?
You have to.
Yeah, I think we do.
It's not quite the PG era, but it's Hell in a Cell. These two have made it such a point to talk about how much they hate each other. They've built it up in such like a legitimate seeming way that I think it's going to be a bloody one tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I think there'll definitely be some blood. One of them is definitely bleeding, one way or the other. Can't have the tag match go up against after the Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Now, James, I got to ask, are you going to be watching the UFC pay-per-view after this tonight? Because if you're watching this and UFC, it's going to be a long night for you.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a long night.
Touch and go on that.
We got a mutual friend bringing pizzas.
I know. He told me to let him know early in the night if I think I'm going, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of like I'm thinking it's gonna be like game time decision because, as fun as these watch-alongs are, they are definitely. It's a different speed and acquired taste. And when you're talking for 3 hours, sometimes it's tough to like, even like keeping conversation going after that. And I love James Hodges. He's not big into UFC, not huge, but he is ordering pizza right now. James, I got to know what's on that pie.
Well, Joe, I will say personally off there, if you can't make it, that's okay. But if you could just stop by for a minute and help me eat some of these pizzas, I'm trying to do a little better on the diet. So maybe even just an hour to get out. I got some fudge.
Don't tell Jen.
Yeah, Jen knows, but we're supposed to have Chevy coming too, but he bailed too. So now it's just me and Scott. And I'm like, man, I don't know how many pizzas Scott got, but I might need some help there.
Cool. I got this Indian dude I know on Snapchat. He's pretty cool. He might come over with us and put down some pies.
Pepperoni, old school. I love it. Always go for good pepperoni pizza. Diets don't count for WWE events. That's what I keep saying. They're not listening. Glad we got somebody here who's understanding what's going on.
I mean, we're trying to keep Dave's heart from doing the 1, 2, 3.
Oh, man. I'm curious to see how long you think this match goes. I bet this is going to probably be close to a half hour, too.
Yeah, I'm going to say half hour, 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
pizza, whiskey, and beer tonight. So we got to ask, what kind of beer and what kind of whiskey are you drinking?
Pepperoni pizza.
I bet it's peach whiskey and a double IPA.
I was thinking it was a Sam Adams guy. I would say start that 40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be a short match because I mean the way these two have gone at each other, I feel like it's gonna be kind of like that epic blow off feel to a match.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Hey, totally unrelated. I was talking about if Punk could wrestle Gunther. That could be one of the matches. Who do you think's going to eventually end this championship reign for Gunther? Breaker? Oh, Goldberg's in the crowd.
Interesting. Goldberg and his son at ringside.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's his son.
Yeah, me too.
And Killer Mike. Holy shit.
Goldberg and
it's funny.
Mike.
I was about to ask if Goldberg's son was going to have to take his shirt off again, but now I'm wondering if they're going to have Killer Mike take his shirt off.
Got Dead Rabbit Irish Whiskey and a Miller Lite. Goldberg is going to spear someone tonight. I hope so. I wouldn't be mad at it. Hey, wouldn't that be
Goldberg's son spears somebody?
Wouldn't that be something if Goldberg and McIntyre got into it and that was his next thing, and it led to all the debut of like Goldberg's son getting in the ring.
Could be interesting. A lot of people were saying Brock Lesnar's in Atlanta. I don't know if I see Brock Lesnar coming out, but I think I would pop for that.
I bet you Bill Goldberg would want a match like if his son wanted to be in wrestling. I'm sure he'd love to tag team and wait for his last match or something.
Oh, yeah, that definitely seems to be the dream for a lot of wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing Punk come out here. Not terribly different than his usual entrance, but to me, it feels a little more serious.
Oh, yeah. James says this song never gets old. And I was thinking the same thing. Like, I wish that's the only thing I don't like about the watch-alongs is not having the volume up. I'm like, man. But I think YouTube.
I know it's missing the subtleties that you get from the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
And missing
I
the
noticed
songs.
on SmackDown recently, I think a couple times this week, like they've been doing this since Vince left anyway. But man, I feel like they're really hammering home like people's championships, like in TNA and New Japan and stuff now. Like I heard about TNA titles multiple times last night.
Yeah, and I'm loving these stats that they're giving you on the side of the screen. Even in like on Raw, they'll tell you what's coming up, what has already played. They'll give you results. WWE is putting these little, little bits to the show that I love.
Like the slick
Back to
black
2013
hair.
Punk.
Yeah. 2013 Punk was great.
Do these guys go on top of the cell? Are we going to see anything wild with the cell in this match?
I think it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if that door opens. I don't think they're going to battle on the top. I think it's going to be an old school brawl. We're going to see some blood, and if we do see the door open, I think it's because somebody's getting involved.
This event the show's been going for 16 minutes, but we are about to get our first match of the show. Very much excited for this. Very much excited to be getting back to doing the live watch-alongs here.
Yeah.
Something we took the summer off from, slowly getting back into them. Dave, I know I've asked and I forgot to confirm it earlier. Will we be doing Wrestle Dream next Saturday?
Next Saturday. Yeah. I said that I'd be going somewhere in the afternoon, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back by 7. So if I'm running a little late, if you want to start it, I'm in. I'll definitely do it with you. So
all right, so we're looking at most likely a Wrestle Dream pay-per-view watch along next weekend. We'll have that confirmed by midweek.
The first cell match, a regular match, yeah, and maybe a Kane debut again. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, I don't think Kane himself is coming out, but yeah, I mean, you never know who's gonna pop in. Like I said, Ethan Page would be interested just because he's mad at Punk, and we're starting off Fist.
Yeah, I think for this match, I see it just being like a good old school fight in there. Like I don't see anything wild like going on top of the cage, but they're gonna slam each other's heads into the cage. There's gonna be, a lot of bloodshed. It's gonna be a lot like this. Like right now, when they're taking it to the other guy, they're really going at him until they get their chance for an opening.
The mayor could come back. Or Pillman's son, the king. Yeah, I mean, you never know who's going to debut. By the way, did you see last night on SmackDown? They had a video. It looked like some automobiles racing, some things going really fast, and they said coming soon. A lot of people are thinking that could be the Machine Guns. Maybe they're going to debut on SmackDown.
I know. That was another thing we talked about in the TikTok live this morning is people were telling me about that, and I had missed the promo. And they said they thought somebody was saying in the live they thought the Machine Guns could possibly debut tonight. And I'm like, I don't really see it because you'd want to bring them out against another tag team. And the only tag team match we have is a thrown together one that's kind of progressing the Bloodline storyline. So I could see them debuting in the next 2 weeks on SmackDown. Maybe next week run another promo that says, coming next week. Fastlane would be interesting as well. I'm kind of surprised with the Machine Guns possibly coming to the main roster. I thought for sure they'd be a good fit as kind of like one of those veteran teams in NXT.
Yeah, I do too. But I mean, I would not mind seeing them against, Tama Tonga and Tonga Lola, going for those tag straps on SmackDown. That'd be pretty cool too. And what's funny? The Viking Raiders are coming back soon too.
I can't wait for them. I've been missing them. It's one of those things is like, I haven't even considered that they haven't been around just because it's been so long. It's time out of mind, but great. The tag team, we saw Warbeard Hansen a lot up here. I think he's Eric or he might be Ivar. I can't remember who's who, but great tag team. And I can't wait to see them return.
James says Fastlane wasn't a great pay-per-view. Probably not. I don't remember anything out of Fastlane off the top of my head. But what was I going to say? I'm sorry, getting a little call here. We're going to get rid of that. No offense to that person. But I mean, the thing about the Roar Raiders or the Viking Raiders, whatever they're going to be known as, I think what's kind of cool is we didn't really see them that much as a team under the Triple H era on the main roster. And so I think it's going to be interesting now that they're back together, what they can do with them. And I feel like the timing is right now for them. They could be on Raw, take those titles off at Judgment Day, or they would be a great feud for Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga as well.
Yeah, another big burly tag team for them to go up against.
Vikings have stepped up as a tag team. I thought they need more tag teams. That's what I agree. So, if you can get the Machine Guns on the main roster and the Viking Raiders, like that's going to be nice. I mean, look, I thought last night on SmackDown that ladder match was really good. The Street Profits, DIY showed up, but we never really thought probably either one of those teams were going to take the titles off of the Bloodline, And so now, let's add some more teams.
Yeah, they'd be great against the Viking Raiders. I think if the Viking Raiders went up against AOP, that'd be a great big man tag team versus big man tag team there.
Yep. And the Viking Raiders stuff, I think, has been on Raw promos too. So you could definitely see the Viking Raiders on Raw and maybe the Machine Guns on SmackDown. Unfortunately, well, wait, are we going to get some blood soon? Or have we already?
Yeah, taking that wrench to the head of Drew.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see the toolbox come out and I see the wrenches and the tools, I'm not a big fan of it. But in this, I don't know. It feels real because it feels like they're locked in there. They just want to find whatever they can to punish the other one. And it feels less hokey. And they didn't dwell on the wrench too much. Drew tried using it as a weapon. Then Punk took it to Drew's head.
Drew the first to bleed. Oh, yeah, he's got maybe a small cut there. Maybe he doesn't. I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any blood yet, but...
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for blood. I wonder if he's supposed to be bleeding. Looking at overhand.
I love this camera looking right down in the center of the ring. She's just ripping the legs off the table. That's the kind of desperation we're getting in this fight.
Yeah. Maybe a little, ooh. I thought maybe we were going to get that Magnum TA spot where he took the part of the wooden chair into the eye of Tully Blanchard.
All right, now Punk's got that piece of a table.
Oh.
Geez, almost looks like he was trying to stab him with that thing.
He wants blood. He wants to get that blood.
And it's also good having this match go first because it's really kind of setting the table for like a chaotic event where it's just going to be like not necessarily blood feuds to this degree, but every match there's a story going in. Yeah, it's a good question. They are both wearing black. Maybe, well, I don't know. Drew has never had like varying colors in gear. But that is interesting that they are both wearing the same.
A tease in the eye spot.
This is wild because they're using weapons, but in a different way than you would usually see them.
Right. It's definitely like a different type of violence we're seeing so far. Very interesting. On Raw, Punk wore white and Drew wore black. Yeah, usually, yeah. I think, if you're going to have a violent type match, these two are two of the best to probably have it, though. Oh. That big boot.
Yeah, what's great about them is the degree of realness they're bringing to this. It has like the feel of a fight of guys that don't like each other and guys that are just throwing everything they can at each other.
I have to say too, let's note, like, I think it's been noted before, but since Punk coming to WWE, I think he's like in the best shape of his life.
Oh yeah, definitely getting back in there, getting back like into regular wrestling practice too. All right, so I believe we are not live on Instagram anymore, so I'm gonna shut that one down. Oh, that did not look pretty.
Wasn't a fan of Punk in AEW. I was glad he came back, but didn't feel right. I love he came back to WWE. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's a great fit. I always liked him back. I was kind of bummed that it didn't work out for him in AEW, but I am glad he's at. Oh, we do have blood. We do have
Oh
blood.
yeah.
So Drew's got more abrasions up there, but Punk is definitely bleeding.
Oh yeah, he's got a definite wound on his head. Like I liked Punk in AEW. I wanted it to work. But after that first kind of problem they had, and then they brought Punk back, I don't think he should have come back the second time. Like that just felt like a really weird time. Like once it was over there. I enjoyed him being there, but I'm happy he's back in WWE. The main thing I'm happy seeing is wherever Punk can do what he wants to do the right way. You know, and it seems like the perfect time in WWE for him to be there. You know, it's kind of like with Daniel Bryan. We're getting a last proper run with them. We're getting to see them again. And especially in a time when wrestling schedules are so much better and you can elongate your career like that.
Yeah, we said it before earlier this year, but I mean, I think right now when I see Shelton Benjamin and MVP and AEW and Bobby Lashley possibly on the way, and you see Wembley and AEW has that new TV deal, and WWE is still so hot right now with, you know, this pay-per-view and possibly The Rock coming back, and Netflix is coming around the corner. It's like, it's just a good time in pro wrestling right now.
Yeah, I mean, I even like it on a smaller level where you've got, even though, you know, there's always talk about how NWA is doing, but NWA, MLW, they kind of serve that place where it's between a major and an indie. You've got TNA doing great stuff as well. Like, it's just a really good time in wrestling, and I feel like it's a lot of wrestling to watch, but it's the most quality wrestling we've had in such a long time that it's just a great time.
I haven't really been watching AEW. I've been enjoying WWE more. I can understand that. I'm still watching AEW, but I definitely have enjoyed WWE more. That being said, kind of just get back to this for a second. I have to say, I can't remember the last time that when somebody was bleeding, because it doesn't happen that often in WWE, that you had somebody actually digging into the cut like Drew was doing. You know, like he's trying to open up the blood. That feels like a different level of violence.
You know, and it's all about really watching what you enjoy. Like, we're hardcore, and we also have the podcast, so we try and watch as much as possible. But, you know, it's kind of like back when WWE was in a low point, I just made it a point to not watch them as much. And I was happy that we had AEW as the alternative. When it was COVID and we had all the cinematic matches, I personally liked watching what each company was doing during COVID, because AEW had those great matches at Daly's Place. WWE had the interesting Thunderdome, and then they worked in more cinematic matches. They didn't all knock it out of the park, but they were at least giving us something different, and it was interesting.
Punk with his looked like with his Raven pose there for a minute.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what Drew was doing here. That table set up on the outside looks dangerous.
I want to get back to this too. We didn't count this, but James would point out Punk. He works great with Triple H, but didn't work great with Vince. I think there's something to that, because right now I feel like Punk and Triple H are both at different points in their life. And I think that this is like, you know, creative wise, it's like the perfect timing for them to be in the same spot working together.
Yeah, and things are going to work different because Triple H worked under Vince for so long, and he knew what it was that nothing was going to pass if Vince didn't like it. Now that Triple H has control and doesn't have to run it by anybody, he's an old school wrestling fan. You're seeing hints of it in strap matches coming back, shark cages coming back. And I think he's giving, the talent a little more of a say in things. And it's really coming through in the quality of promos, in the quality of matches. And he's about to come off the top rope with a wrench.
Oh, caught. Exploder suplex.
Oh. Thankfully, he didn't go too much further. He would have hit that broken part of the table. Not to say it won't hurt his leg, but still.
Yeah, James. Triple H was a wrestler. He understands more, but also just Triple H too, besides a wrestler, like he was just a fan of like that old school wrestling. He was just a fan of like NWA and some of the stuff that Vince would have never really cared about. I don't think Vince even likes wrestling sometimes,
Yeah, like there's wrestling archetypes that Triple H isn't going to shy away from.
Oh, Punk gets out. I like it.
This match has had some time on it. It's been the war we expected.
Oh.
Hitting him with that whole damn toolbox.
That kind of reminds me of WrestleMania 13. Austin was wrapping the cable around Brett's neck, and I think Brett took something. Might have been a toolbox, might have been a chair, and hit. Oh, and now Drew's bleeding. Oh, Drew's. Oh, man.
Yeah, you would almost expect that much. It's funny because it follows logic that if you got hit with a box that big, that you're gonna see blood. But like the way it's dripping down, it looks like almost too intense a cut. Now he's about to come off that top rope with that toolbox.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, the match is what we thought now, right?
This
Both
is
men bleeding. It's been a war.
This is an old school blow away blood feud. You've cost me the world title. You've insulted my family. You insulted my dog. You've gone, this is what you should expect in these type of situations. They don't happen all the time, but every once in a while you get a feud so violent that you need to end it like this. I appreciate it.
It's looking like Punk has the advantage here.
This is the most.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the most blood we've seen in a minute.
Yeah. I think
it definitely feels like the start of a new era.
Yeah, I think we've maybe seen a little blood here and there, but man, nothing like this where they've really gone out of their way to make each other bleed. This is fascinating. I almost wonder
ending the match with this.
Oh, GTS. Oh yeah, Drew's gonna.
That's a good move, though.
It's funny. I was looking at the time. I was like, if we go on a half hour, and then I saw 6:34, and I'm like, oh yeah, we started at 6 tonight. I'm not hating on
so
the
this
6
probably
o'clock
started, 16, 17 minutes after. So we've gone almost 20 now.
Yeah. Do you notice Punk is wearing his wedding ring in the match? I did not notice that, actually.
He was about to take him off and punch him with it.
I can see it now, yeah. Oh, there's the big boot. Punk ain't going out this way. Not yet.
God, wearing that blood, they both look like they are like exhausted and just like they've put their all into it. Yeah, it's wild to see that much
time.
blood on the mat.
In general, like we see a lot of blood in AEW, but been a long time since I've seen a feud really kind of, come to an end like this with this much of a story behind it. Drew looks
Yeah,
like
and this is where blood definitely feels like it would make sense.
I could see that, especially that long hair.
Oh, setting up. Gonna hit him with another one of those kicks.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Looking for that sharpshooter.
Brett's about to tell him how he put it on wrong.
Yeah.
You could see I corrected his arms the way he was doing it. Now that I've done that Bret Hart impersonation, I can never meet him live.
In AEW is mostly Moxley. Oh yeah, Moxley bleeds if you just look at him. I think Punk made that
MJF. MJF will definitely bleed. Oh,
the wrench to the back, to the head. I like that as a counter though in a sell because he's not just going to give up on the hold. He's going to power. He's going to just take these shots. Ooh, digging at the cut again too.
and now that they've both started bleeding, it's going to be a lot easier to elicit that blood with the wrench.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, both a couple of WrestleMania 13 spots too.
Well, I got to say, we're one match in, and this show is already living up to the hype.
Yeah. See the ref trying to clean up that cut on Drew a little bit. Drew just kind of knocked over the towel, I think.
Yeah, because you don't want that blood cleaned up. You want people to see that blood all over you. Yeah. James was talking about how it made him look like Carrie earlier. Like, that is a picture that's going to live on the internet, on WWE.com, on social media when people share it.
I think the ref was saying, hey, listen, the back is telling me, clean this up a little bit. He's like, nah. And Punk's going to punch him in it. Oh, man.
This is great because this doesn't feel like a normal just WWE match.
Crowd is booing because they are wiping the blood. Thanks, James. We couldn't actually hear that. That's great to know.
Yeah, we both got our sound turned down to avoid any copyright issues, and it drives me crazy when you can hear background noise too. So Dave probably has his captions on. I haven't thought enough to set those up.
But I wouldn't have been able to pick up on the crowd booing like that, though. So that's pretty good to know that.
Yeah, James, keep us up to date with anything like how the crowd is responding for different things. Looking at the sunset out here in beautiful Jewett City. It's looking great outside. But the real action is inside with Game Up Hard Hydration.
Sorry. Taking a look at some fans over here interacting with us here.
Yeah, and big thanks to James for interacting with us. It's it's one of those things that when we started, we didn't know if we'd draw an audience. And even especially with watch-alongs, I was just hesitant for it for so long because I'm not the biggest watch-along people. Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
But, people enjoy it. And if we can, if we can further what we do here through watch-alongs, we're happy to do it. I got on a TikTok live this morning to talk about it and try and pull people in.
We had 2 new subs already in during this watch along.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's why we do what we do. Connect with the fans, be able to put out more talk, and to satisfy the great people over at Game Up Hard Hydration. This is the first year we had a sponsor, and one of the things when they came to us, we said we could do live watch-alongs and mention you. So, bringing the best of both worlds together. Dave, it's almost been about a year since we did our first watch-along, and it's amazing the success we get from them.
Oh, yeah. Survivor Series coming up. Survivor Series was our first which was the return of CM Punk, ironically.
The big return of CM Punk.
Yeah. Oh, Drew's got these steps
Rich,
out
if you
here.
want to see more of an anti-pop for a return, you can see that one. AJ getting mad at the delay, which it can be frustrating when you do a live watch along because you want everything to go perfect. And there's been watch alongs where Dave and I have been off like 30 seconds the whole event.
Yeah.
But we make it work. Tonight it seems like we are lined up and it looks like Drew's taking it even further. Like we don't need the steps, man. You're already bleeding. You've taken wrenches to each other's heads, pieces of tables.
Drew's back bothering here.
Yeah, he's too hurt to get in the ring. Just leave it alone.
No, I can't.
You gotta work smarter, not harder.
Trying to do a live murder here.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. During one of the upcoming matches, somebody's gonna have to run and take a bathroom break.
That's all right. Stay
I
here.
think I know what match I'll save it for.
It's not like most girls.
Nia's in the back shitting right now. She's getting ready. She knows she's out in about 15.
Punk is the winner. I mean, well, we'll see. Well, maybe you're a couple seconds ahead of me. You might know. You might know. Oh, no. That had me guessing.
That was looking close right there. Yeah, I ate lunch and dinner really close together today. Had a meal at friend of the show, Jake St. John's favorite places up in Colchester, the Inishmore Pub. Very, very good food. Try the lemon pepper wings.
I was at the Pink Basil in Mystic, Connecticut. It's Thai food.
What do they got at Pink Basil? They still selling those rainbow fries?
They got Thai food.
Yeah. Tell me you got the curry.
I actually just did teriyaki chicken.
Oh, man.
Broccoli, carrots, red rice. And I stopped over. And if you
got to go for that Penang curry.
I got a little chocolate and peanut butter fudge. Where's Roman and Cody game start tag team? That's we later on. That'll be the main event. I got this. Don't you worry.
Say about 8:15.
Maybe.
Punk dropped right on those stairs.
These two are beating each other out. White noise.
Yeah, we're going almost a half hour now. Yeah, the great thing about this match is they've made everything they've done count so far. Like, everything's just looked brutal. It's one of those great things that if you're starting with a match like this, I feel like every other match is going to be like, what can we do to catch up to that?
I don't know if you're going to be able to catch up to this. Yeah. And we got another sub on YouTube as well.
Oh, man, they're coming in for the live shows. And that's great to see because the majority of people that watch us don't subscribe. So every time we get a new subscriber, it's great. I know.
We get the tap out here.
The tap out or the pass out?
Oh, Punk's.
Oh, the wrench again.
That wrench again.
Oh, man, it was Drew McIntyre with the wrench in the cell. Oh, he's doing it to his own head.
The wound.
He's about to make him cry. He's like, give me those fucking Scottish tears. No, don't hit me with the wrench.
No.
That's a 9 3/4. That's going to take me out for real. You want to fuck with me? You want to fuck with me? I love wrenches. Oh.
You knew that was coming. Look at McIntyre. Blood coming down, seething. Someone get this man a towel.
I'm sorry, if a dude that looks like that hits me in the balls, I'm done. That dude is not fucking around. He means business.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Call it a day.
And especially with that accent he's got, he's going to
Mm.
get so mad you're not even going to be knowing what the words he's going to be yelling at you are. Punk's in a bad way here.
Joe, on a lighter note off here, I went to work today, got home around like 12, and I was at Jen's and we were already on our way to Mystic around 2 something. And then I got in here like we got home around 5:30. I got in the house around 5:40 and here we are.
You're like, I have to leave. I have to record wrestling.
I have to
Make
record
sure
wrestling.
the
Then I
kids are safe.
and then I'll be up at 7 tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Get that towel the fuck out my face.
Out of my face. I got something for you. Oh, what do you think? Do you think it's tax or do you think it's the... Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, it's fucking beads.
Beads for Larry and AJ.
I love that it's red, white, and blue, though. Oh, he'll take that towel now.
Yeah, I need to see. About to kick this man in the face.
He's about to land on a bunch of fucking beads.
Oh! Shit, that
Fuck
was not
that.
good. Look at him grabbing his fucking hand. Oh, my God. He knows, like...
Oh, he's
can
getting
feel
enough
it.
beads.
Right, brother?
Mhm.
Oh, my
This is the
God.
problem. He's going to have to scoop up a lot of beads to fill Drew's mouth with them now.
He's not gonna...
Fucking chain, too? Oh, he's going to put the chain around his knee.
GTS with the chain. Oh, dude, Drew could be legit hurt after that. What a fucking nasty bump to take. Like your lower back right on the edge of those steps.
Thank God they've got better clips than they do back in the day. There's going to be no quick release on that chain. Give me as many of these fucking bloody beads as I can get.
I'm
I want to put them in his mouth.
Yeah, right in his mouth.
COVID isn't real.
Around. Oh, no. Okay, forget my Ethan Page thing. CM Punk is taking this.
1, 2, 3. CM Punk puts it in the books. And we called it just a hair over 30 minutes. I think about 32, if I'm correct.
Cult of personality. I think we got to be getting maybe Punk and Gunther soon then, unless we go to Punk and Rollins after Rollins and Bronson Reed here.
What I've liked too is that they've set up multiple, feuds for each person coming out of matches. So it's not like you're feuding with necessarily one person, because when Punk came back, they had like 3 or 4 feuds possibly lined up for him.
I'm with you, James. That was a great match. That was an awesome match.
Yeah, I feel bad for whoever has to come after that. I mean, it really lived up to what we expected. We knew it was going to be like the big end to a feud. Both men bled. They kept it inside the cage. There were some crazy bumps. That drop on a table being one of them.
But Sammy is going to have a match here. That's true. Sammy and Gunther. Isn't that Monday?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you saw
that
that bump.
replay of that bump doesn't make it any better. Yeah, started the 2-hour Raws too.
I like it. I think there's like 3 big matches on this. I think like a Donnybrook match with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Like they're gonna probably have a killer. And then you got Sammy and Gunther. I think there's one other big match, and I'm thinking like that's gonna go nicely on a 2-hour Raw.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a ton of downtime in that one.
Just taking a look here.
Looks like Punk almost stumbled there for a moment. Well, it looks like he made it through the match uninjured.
So Xavier Woods for the Intercontinental title this week against Jey Uso too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Kofi made that match.
So 2-hour Raw.
It's another big one.
2-hour Raw. Donnybrook match. Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Intercontinental title match. Xavier Woods and Jey Uso. And World Heavyweight Championship match. Sami Zayn and Gunther. That's a nice 2-hour Raw right there. Banger after banger after banger. Yeah, Sheamus. Look at
Sheamus
Punk,
and
man.
Pete Dunne have had a great series.
Great shape.
Showing more of the carnage from this match.
You think we get any title changes tonight? Oh, you picked Bayley, actually.
Yeah, I see Bayley getting the win and Tiffany cashing in. Is my guess. I'm thinking last night. I believe that's what I said yesterday.
Yep.
But I don't know. Could that have been a misdirect last night on SmackDown? We're gonna have to see, and I'm gonna have to find out when I get out of the bathroom.
That's all right. Keep it going, baby.
Hopefully the match doesn't go longer than me being in there.
That's all right. Maybe I'll throw up a game up thing real quick here too while we're at it. Little sponsors. Gonna give you a 27-second sponsor. Ooh, Punk falling down here. Selling the effects of this match. And it was a good one, man. These are just two old school guys. Hey, we got people coming down here now to check on them.
I was about to ask where the oxygen was.
Punk wants to go through. Well, what about Drew McIntyre? He's in there too, folks.
Yeah, they're like, nah, he's good. The Scottish live at high elevations. Man, Drew's about to cry.
Yeah. Both these men will never be the same again. Took years off their career.
It's taking these paramedics long enough to get that oxygen on him. Jeez.
Help this man breathe.
Punk trying to be like Foley walking out on his own. Nah, he's going to walk out with that oxygen mask. He needs that good O2.
Punk has like Foley and walked out on his own. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, he's had enough oxygen. Give me some nice water. My blood sugar's fine.
Let's go. I got shit to do.
I want to get back to where that coleslaw is done in catering.
They got ribs in catering. I got to get back there before Bronson Reed is there.
Oh, now he almost stumbled again.
Stumble.
I like that he's adding that little bit in because it's kind of, just adds more to the match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see this?
Yeah, I did see this. I like that. I like that even though Bray's gone, they're keeping him alive in games. I thought he was already in the game. Maybe they're adding a special mode. I don't know exactly what this is, but I will be playing it. WWE 2K24 makes a lot of the footage for when I do the remix videos. I recently did a 5-3-1 on Vince McMahon's worst ideas. Dave might remember recording that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
All the old school stuff.
They have an ECW downloadable too, don't they? For 24.
Yeah, you could get. Who is it? I know it was the Sandman. It was one of the downloadable packs. It had a couple of them in there.
Terry Funk might have been on it.
Yeah, Terry Funk. I think that's the one that CM Punk might have come with. Highlighting WrestleMania here. I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. And John
else.
Cena is coming back at some point, too, in the beginning of this year to have his final year in wrestling.
Yeah, that was another thing that was, mentioned, last year, and he's had a little bit of time off. Oh, I didn't realize that was the new Fiend mask. So maybe they are doing different versions of the Fiend. Because you can do that with the video games. Seeing Vegas and Allegiant Stadium there.
Friend of the show, former full-time member of the podcast, AJ, texting us, letting us know no spoilers. He's unable to be here right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not watching us on YouTube, but if he was, he'd be having spoilers all up in that ass.
He would.
It's a good thing we shut ourselves down on Instagram. Could have fucked up his birthday.
Oh,
yeah.
Jax.
Who called it? There's only one fucking match that can go in this slot. And I feel bad because Bayley's great in the ring. Yeah. Nia Jax has gotten better, but it's just like everything else on this show is built up to such a degree that this is kind of like, it is built up, but I'm not as excited for it.
Yeah.
James was thinking that as well.
Yeah. The women's title.
Well, Dave, since we know what the next match is, if you want to play a couple commercials, I'm gonna go do my business, and when I get back, you will we'll pick this up.
I'll be back either way.
This match.
Just gonna give you guys a little commercial here while Joe's out there, but I will be here to answer comments, and I'll be back in 1 minute here. But here, take a look at our sponsors.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
I'm not a fan of Bayley being a face. I like her better when she was a heel. I am going to agree with you, James. Bayley just made a really good heel, especially during that time period, actually, with COVID, when they were in the Thunderdome. And I just thought, not everybody was really shining on that. Like, I don't like to remember the Thunderdome era, but I thought Bayley and Sasha together were excellent. The way Bayley would talk trash to Michael Cole, she responded, she could, hear him. And I just thought Bayley just really, really rose to the occasion as a heel, especially in that era with no fans. But speaking of fans, here's a sponsor of the show. Got some wrestling books here. Be right back.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morgan, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville. It's where wrestling lives.
Yes. Ding dong. Hello. Yes, I love her road to WrestleMania to go against Damage Control. Yeah. I mean, I thought she was great in that, telling that story, going up against Damage Control when you realize she could speak, Japanese too at one point, and she knew what was going on. I thought she really did a good job of going from heel to face. I do prefer her as a heel overall. But she was a great babyface back in the day. If you remember from NXT too, when she was the Hugger Bayley, the Hugger Bayley character. Like, I thought she was so great. She had that match with Sasha Banks in Brooklyn where she finally won the title, and it had that great story. And then, they had an Iron Woman match for like 30 minutes, I want to say. They just had some great, great matches together. Bayley's had a hell of a career. I don't know if it's her night to win the title, but I would not be. Oh, Miss Jacqueline out there in the crowd, WWE Hall of Famer. I was telling you earlier, I was watching, and we got Lillian Garcia. I was watching Bad Blood 97. I actually just watched Halloween Havoc 97 too, where Miss Jackie beat up the Disco Inferno. And we got Booker T, always one of my favorites. Twirling the mustache. Gotta love Book. 5 times. She feels like she's holding back when she's a face. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, for sure. Whereas she's a heel, she's all ready to go. And looks like we got a party going on in the Sky. Let's see Jay Uso in the background dancing with people. Interesting. I thought I saw someone that looked like Mickey James for a minute too. That would be funny. Is that Mickey James? That can't be. Like I see, obviously we got Jade, Bianca, and Naomi, but it looks like a girl. It looks like Tully Blanchard actually too. Maybe Tully Mickey James. I'm pretty sure. I wish Joe was here. Joe, I don't know if you can see this, but like it looks like behind the girls, like you can see a cowgirl hat. It looks like Mickey James to me. And maybe talking to Tully Blanchard. You see that?
Wow, that is Tully.
And that's Mickey James, right?
I thought it was the Hawk Tuah girl, but no, that's definitely Mickey James.
Fuck you.
EDP up there.
And as Jay's pointed out, we know who's back there. Yeet! Mr. Jay Uso was back there as well.
Saw him too.
Yeah.
We got Bayley
The
coming
crowd
out.
they had Miss Jacqueline, who we just saw kick the Disco.
I heard that.
Inferno.
I was wondering if Disco Inferno was there too.
Was he in the crowd?
No.
Oh, okay.
He just fought Miss Jacqueline on Halloween
Yeah.
Havoc 97, a modern classic.
A modern classic. Yeah.
A main event anywhere in the world.
Oh, yeah. All right. 6-6 against Nia Jax for her career. So 3-0 in Atlanta.
I want to know how many times Nia Jax sat on her chest. Not even in a perverted way. I just need the stats.
The stats. My man wants stats. Oh man, I don't know. I got the hugger.
There was some interesting hair there.
Ain't no stopping us now.
C4, the official energy drink of the WWE. You ever had a C4, Dave?
No. Guess I have. You?
They're powerful, man.
Speaking of
Sometimes they make
C4
the whole inside of your head feel like they're numb.
Speaking of C4 and explosives, I just want you to know that if you do stop by for a bit and you grab some pizza, I know you like the vape. Outside near the red truck, there's a little bit of a fuel leak, very tiny, but just don't light anything up. Just go in the house.
I don't think vapes would set that off, but I hear
I
you.
don't think it would either. I'm just telling you in general. Don't light anything
Inside
up.
like a gentleman.
Hell yeah,
Do we remember Alex, right?
He was on that pay-per-view we just watched too against Mongo McMichael. You can probably figure out how that match probably went though.
I think I was looking forward to that match more than I'm looking forward to Nia Jax and Bayley.
There ain't no stopping us now.
McMichael played football. Nia Jax looks like she played football.
Tonight, the role of Steve Mongo McMichael will be played by Nia Jax. 9-1 record since May. Only lost in a tag match. Second title defense women's champion. 63 days women's champion. Well, James, that's what Joe thinks. Joe thinks that she will be cashing in tonight. I don't know, but I won't be mad at it.
And she's going to wait till the damage of the match is over. She's going to swoop in. Shit, if Nia Jax wins, Dave will do the Alex Wright dance for you.
Right?
It is close to that, but I like that.
Whacker, but
I was gonna say, like, it's funny that the Alex Wright dance is just a slower Bushwhackers thing.
Yeah.
It's like if the Bushwhackers had rhythm.
Great memories. Why could we have got that as a a 3-team there combination, huh? The Bushwhackers and Alex Wright.
Well, the 90s weren't too PC, so I have a feeling that the Bushwhackers would have had some names for Alex Wright that start with F, and I'm not talking about fuck.
That's exactly how he did it. Yeah, I thought so.
Dave has studied some Alex Wright.
Give you the full. I don't have the grapefruit in my trunks like Alex Wright did, don't I?
It's funny. Dave hates Alex Wright as a wrestler, loves him as a dancer. Weird how that works.
I've been saying it for years. I've been saying that shit for years.
The reason Michael Jackson went and touched kids because he couldn't touch Alex Wright's dancing. Allegedly. I know that Jackson Estate has that Beatles catalog money. We just keep going up with the subscribers tonight on YouTube. I'm very surprised.
Slapping the shit out of Bayley.
Yeah, she heard what Bayley said. Who's heavy now?
Mm-hmm. Talk shit about me. I'll talk shit about my family.
I was not in the bathroom for 45 minutes this afternoon. You take that back. I love big balls.
Big old Vader splash.
Yeah, she's like,
whenever they do that, I always think of Vader because Vader would do that, like send them off and kind of claps them right there, you know?
Yeah.
Big clothesline.
The one thing I will say for Nia Jax is she is a different type of woman in the WWE.
Well, I'll say since she's come back, she's been playing more of the role of like that hoss, and I don't mean any disrespect, but like that bigger woman who's going to throw you down and kind of beat you up. Whereas under the Vince era, it was more comical a lot of times and story driven.
Yeah, look at this big girl.
Oh, good call, James. They changed the mat during the break. There is no dried blood on the mat.
Wow, I wouldn't have even... For some reason, like we were talking so much about the blood during that first match, and I wouldn't have even thought about that. But it's a good move.
Yeah. Kind of keeps everything really separate, too, to that one match, you know? Like...
Now they're going to be selling those... they're going to have Topps cards that are going to have a bit of the bloody mat in the thing.
You almost should have just called it like the unsanctioned Hell in a Cell, right? Like the lights out unsanctioned, and then, you know.
Yeah, that would have been a good way to do it.
That would have had to go at the end of the night, though.
Oh, she almost sat on her.
What a move. Oh, look at this. Now that
Grabbing
looks
painful.
I don't remember Nia really wrestling like this where she was like getting on top of people, kind of rolling around, grabbing a leg. You?
No, like this is interesting seeing her grab the leg because everything else has fit with Nia, but then seeing that, I like how they do this too, how they give you the play-by-play, the analyst, and then the reporters and the ring announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Just little details like that add to the whole TV presentation.
Now she's going to be back on top. We'll get like a camel clutch. But, of course, Bayley's not on her stomach flat, so it won't be quite a camel clutch. Which I appreciate because, honestly, if Nia was on her back with a camel clutch, wouldn't the match really be over? Like she didn't get her up. No offense.
I like that we start off with jokes about Nia, and then the rest of it's no offense.
Well, it isn't. I mean,
like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's true.
There's a size discrepancy here. That's all. I mean, and they're playing into that. You know, and the same like in any other type of fight you might see. You know. Bayley, looking at that slide. I love that baseball sliding kick. Now going on top, and I think I just like that. You know, there's a size discrepancy. I feel like it's the story of this match too, where Bayley's doing a lot more hitting and running here, and Nia's trying to cut the ring off.
Yeah, it's tough when you have that bigger wrestler versus the smaller one, because the smaller one's going to have to do like twice the amount of work to get in like equal amount of damage, roughly.
It's a match where someone knows how to wrestle and someone doesn't know how to wrestle. That is the way we're going to label that. Will we get the title change hands, though? Nia cuts off with the headbutt.
Pulling Bayley up by the hair here. Bayley to her feet.
Looking for a powerbomb. Oh, no. Just kind of dumps her in that corner.
There.
Rick Steiner used to do that move.
Ow. Squishing Bayley.
Oh.
Big hip attack.
Attack in the face. Could we be looking for that bonsai drop now? Bayley already up.
Bayley's like, fuck no. Now, Tiffany didn't come out with Nia at all, did she?
No. You notice Bayley's hair? The sides are dripping blood. It's little things to notice. Did not notice that.
Was that how her hair is done up with like the white on the sides? Or is she bleeding out the side of her head?
Oh, wow. The belly. Bayley.
I did notice she had that interesting pattern on the side there.
I did saw that. Bayley used to use a belly to belly as a finisher too, right?
Yep. Nia hitting her with that.
This was supposed to be Nia kind of hurricanrana out. I don't think it quite worked that well, but
God bless Bayley for going through with it.
Let's try. It was not. I wouldn't have recommended that. But hey.
What was better, that hurricanrana or the Chris Jericho one from Halloween Havoc 97?
The Jericho one. It's the side.
That thing looked disgusting.
Where it's shaved.
Yeah, Bayley definitely tried doing something different for this match. I was almost wondering if she got like a downtown Atlanta haircut for this. Give me something cool. Give me the drip. Hope it's clobbering time. Knee to the face.
Yeah. You know, Tiffany messed up and called her Pam last night?
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice sunset flip, but it's almost like Bayley took enough of the damage on that.
Right. The Bayley just selling the knee here? Or?
Ooh, Bad Blood press conference following the main event. Only reason that's really interesting is given that Vince documentary being out, you got to feel like there's going to be a question about that.
And that all has to be done before the UFC pay-per-view too, by the way.
Wow.
So
that'd be good if they get the Vince question. Then they're like, sorry, we have to end the press conference here. UFC's about to start.
We're out of time.
Because if I'm not mistaken, even the undercard on the pre-show matches got some good matches on UFC.
Oh, there's some good fights on tonight, yeah. You know, the main card is definitely where it's at. Jose Aldo, he's a legendary fighter. He's back tonight. There's a women's band. And the main event's a light heavyweight title with two guys who love to knock people out. So Khalil Roundtree is challenging for it. Khalil Roundtree was once 300-something pounds and a fat kid. I found out this about Khalil Roundtree, too. Not that anyone wants to hear this here, but Khalil Roundtree's father was a bodyguard. For
the Shah of Iran?
James Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. He used to be a manager for New Edition and God, one of those bands from back in the day. But he was a bodyguard for a boxer, actually. Yeah, I'll have to look it up later. All right, what is James saying here? Let's keep it back to wrestling. Could it end up as a triple threat with Tiffy coming out? I mean, how many times has it turned into a triple threat? I can only think of Rollins when Rollins made that major cash out at WrestleMania.
Yeah, the only reason I don't see it as a triple threat is just because of Nia's size. I
Right.
feel like if you had the possibility of getting in the ring with Nia, you'd want to do it if Nia barely beats Bayley and
Mhm.
Nia's like on her last leg. But I don't know if Tiffany would want to come out and try and battle these two. Not that it's unheard of, but I feel like if Tiffany's going to cash it in, it's going to be kind of one of those picking the bones.
Right. Right.
We've had a good amount of viewers pop in for this live watch along, Dave.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People are
Almost
coming
up
in.
to 400 something views on YouTube.
We are subscriber count is going up. People liking wrestling. Ooh, that was an ugly looking Samoan drop, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, we always say it in wrestling. It didn't look pretty, but it's effective. You know, and sometimes in wrestling, especially knowing how, you know, the whole point of it is to not get hurt, is that when you have a move like that that looks a little off, you know, it gives it a little more realism. Because, like, look at that. She came down on her hip there.
Here we go. Looking for that bonsai drop now. Oh. What?
Oh,
Bayley with the Samoan drop.
she's not getting out of bed for 3 days.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh, that poor ref's head. Ref's like, you bitch, how could you do this to me?
I see that, and I'm wondering, is that setting up for a possibility? Ow! The ref is down. The ref is down.
Yeah, James, it is always cool to talk with other wrestling fans during the pay-per-views. I love to say that. That's one thing I like about this watch along.
Yeah, and you're gonna find with our watch alongs, these are the most. Is this the most like relaxed we are for any kind of recording? Because I feel like our live shows are the most structured. Our watch alongs are like something in between, and with these, it's just us having fun.
We got a ref down. We have Bayley with the cover. Could Tiffany Stratton be too far behind? I can see that.
Oh yeah, man, I like it. Yeah, man. You fucking bitch.
Better take that
my
out.
friend.
You leave her alone. She's my friend. How cool would it be? Hey, bitch, get up.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I saw her land on you. Oh no, the ref's gonna hit her. The ref's gonna hit her. She's like, you fucking bitch. She's about to crack her over the head with a coconut. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it.
Listen,
I'm just waiting for the last minute fuck you and the hit with the suitcase.
What the hell do you want? She's like, you gonna screw me over? No, I'm not.
I love coke. Ow! Rolling her up. Ow, she lost her there.
They are doing a good job of teasing this cash in, though, huh?
Yeah, giving you enough doubt where you're like, is it going to happen? You know, with wrestling, when you see something like that, you almost wonder if the swerve is going to happen the other way. And is Tiffany just doing it to be on Nia's side? I don't need that fucking help. Nia going to the top.
Oh, should be looking for a Samoan drop off the top rope.
Oh, she's done.
And that is it. Nia with the victory. I don't think Tiffany's going to cash in right now.
She's going to cash in on that prime. Let me get a couple bottles for the locker room.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's some scary sour apple out there.
Do you think Tiffany is the one who eventually takes this title off her, though?
Yeah, I think so. I almost feel like it's going to happen now. Why is Tiffany got to hide in that corner down there? I love this guy with the beard front row. He looks like he'd pay to have Nia Jax do that finishing move to him.
See, the Macho King was out there?
Yeah, I did see that. Like, kind of more to the right. Green shirt guy. I can't believe it.
Maybe WrestleMania. Maybe she waits that long. Nia with that Undertaker sit up too. I'm not like most girls.
Boom. Dropping it on her. All right, are we going? Looks like we'll go without a cash in here.
I think we'll go without a cash in. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor. I'm sorry, Damian Priest and Finn Balor are next.
Yeah, because we got the ladies match.
Yep.
And then that other match. Damn.
And I think we'll have Dom in the Shark Cage for Ripley Liv, and then we'll have the main event. All right, Joe. I'm going to leave you for a minute. I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the bathroom, maybe do something creative. We will see, and I will be right back.
I'm going to take this opportunity to play one of our favorite commercials because you may know us as the commentary team.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe, and you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling, but when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it. Another great commercial that we always play during our New Heights wrestling events that we commentate for. Loving the new look of NXT on the CW. You got this sleek logo there. You're seeing St. Louis, where the next NXT is going to take place on Tuesday, featuring Randy Orton versus Javon Evans. Let us know in the comments if you're looking forward to that episode of NXT. And James, I do believe that Nia's got to be paying tribute to Yoko with that bonsai drop. This makes sense. Atlanta, also where Xavier Woods is from. He's got this interesting Dragon Ball shirt and car here. Must be the release. Yeah, release of a new video game. As much as I game, I'm not into anime, so I'm not familiar with what this is. I know it's Dragon Ball, but almost, is it an open world game for Dragon Ball? And if you're going to hype a new video game, one of the best places to do it is, you know, with Xavier Woods on a WWE show. But James, thank you for hanging in there with us tonight. Thank you to everybody joining us on this live watch along. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Dave was right. I'm going to take a minute to switch hats here because I've got the great hat of the sponsor of Game Up Hard Hydration, but got this beauty in the mail today. Ham Jammer's hat. Gotta love this logo. You know, we represent who we can, really. You know, as you're going to see coming up in the next few months, we are going to be collaborating with Hip Hop for the Homeless. So you're going to see a lot of rap artists from the New England area. I might even be doing a horror movie watch along on late in October. Thank you for the kind words, James. Yeah, this match should be good. And that's really why we do the watch alongs and why we keep such a relaxed manner. It is just like watching it with your friends on the couch. Sometimes we won't even reference what's in the ring. Like you saw us joking around during that last match. There's no real offense to Nia. We're just being funny, cracking jokes, just having fun during the pay-per-view. James, how's that pizza coming along? Dave's tempted me with this pizza at this UFC event afterwards, but I don't know. These watch-alongs are good, but they are draining in a way because to talk for 2 hours, keep it entertaining. For somebody that's not as social as myself, it could be a bit draining, but we've learned to hit these different gears for the podcast. This is our 5th year going. It's kind of wild. We've been doing this for 5 years, and then this is the first year that we're actually getting into doing watch-alongs and things like that. Seeing this video kind of highlighting the feud between Finn and Damian, it's been really picking up because, the thing with the Terror Twins. Sorry, getting lost in our social media a bit here. On the regular show, I would never really pull out my phone unless I'm reading notes. But, on these watch-alongs, we try and pay attention to the numbers a little bit. Dave got out a short while he's in the bathroom. Yeah, it's a good time to pay attention to our YouTube. We have a lot of videos with our opinions of breaking down each video, each episode of the McMahon documentary. You've got our videos covering the pay-per-view watch-alongs. We did In Your House, Buried Alive. We've done In Your House Final Four. We just recorded Halloween Havoc 97. We're going on to Bad Blood 97. That we're going to do Halloween Havoc 92. So we like keeping it in a certain old school vein. And it's really what the people that watch us seem to like. I say our fans, but it seems really weird to say that we have fans. I think we have people that watch us. I think we have people that, enjoy us from time to time. And we hope we're at least vaguely entertaining. Oh, it was great. I'm moving over to Miller Lite now. Miller Lite is not a bad choice. X-Pac in the crowd. Tully Blanchard in the crowd. Arn Anderson in the crowd. This is great to see. Is that Jason Segel next to Arn Anderson here?
All right. Well, I saw Tully Blanchard, Iron Anderson. Who else is in the crowd here?
X-Pac as well.
Oh, my man 6. All right. Looks like we got that Finn Balor match we were talking about, right?
Yeah, you called it. Damian Priest and Finn Balor now.
Got this mask.
Finn Balor coming out with this interesting mask.
Got his tag team championship. He's ripped up. James wants to know where is his gun. Oh, Iron Anderson. That's right.
I love that you see Arn Anderson getting featured at ringside there. It'd be great if they used him, but I'm just glad to at least see him.
I did a short while I was gone too, and I thought I'd make the watch along the video to click to. So I said, just try it.
Those shorts definitely catch on. Yeah, if anybody's looking to start a YouTube channel out there, it is important to make sure it's a part of your content creation, because it's not going to get you a lot of watch hours, but what it will do is walk the people in the door.
I almost thought it was a demon coming out. Yeah, he hasn't done that demon in a while. I don't think we'll see that as a heel. That's right. Even though the demon's wild, I think he breaks it out more as a babyface still.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it was a serious enough match, it could end up for something like this, possibly.
I like this look by him now. It's something different.
Yeah, like he's got that little bit of paint on his eye too.
Yeah. I like that WWE has a lot of the legends tonight in Atlanta too.
Yeah, they're really making this. It's wild because for like not being one of the like big 4 pay-per-views, this pay-per-view has a big feel that makes it feel like it's a major event.
I mean, I think seeing legendaries like, for me, Anderson, Blanchard, and you got Bill Goldberg out there. Like it does give it kind of a different vibe.
And it's kind of like a nice mix between how Vince had run the WWE, but you're also getting these subtle notes of things that would happen elsewhere. Mm-hmm. And you got to feel that's that Triple H influence.
Damian Priest. Interesting that this is going to be on right before the other Judgment Day Terror Twin match.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, look at Damian Priest. This dude's coming out. I'm not going to say more focused than CM Punk, but you're seeing that seriousness on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Quavo. Of course he's in the audience. But I like it. You're in Atlanta. You're having a lot of the big rappers from that area there. It makes it feel like almost like one of those WWF type spectacle things when you've got the big music people. Little baby there. Mm-hmm. Next to a little baby. Oh, look at this name popping up in here.
Of Rhea Ripley, Damian Down helped up, and
100% James Hodges, Cage My IQ. How's it going, man? It's been a minute. We know Cage My IQ's doing the doubleheader tonight.
Oh yeah, have you watching some UFC and WWE? I don't know who that is as rappers. Yeah, I don't either, James. But Joe's here to give us a rundown.
Yeah, Quavo, member Amigos, little baby. Enough said there.
Yeah,
Metro Boomin, Metro Boomin and Future, big on that scene.
Well, Metro Boomin,
I believe, is a producer
on this stakeout all month. So
yeah, he's down with Cody Rhodes. He's inviting him to the cookout. Sponsored by Dragon Ball.
Oh man.
Oh, you can like the big man?
These guys.
Yeah, this really has the feel of like guys that used to be friends that now are kind of having a disagreement and like both really going at each other.
I've heard of Little Baby, but no one else. Little Baby. Boy, Damian Priest has come a long way from his Punishment Martinez days, huh?
Yeah, I always thought Punishment Martinez was decent in ROH, but I was never thinking like
this guy be a WWE champion.
Bigger than that necessarily, but he is blossomed in WWE.
You guys doing our way home from a birthday party? We're doing all right. We've been keeping busy. We're watching Bad Blood tonight. This pay-per-view's been pretty good so far. Cage, you got to see CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I know you're at that party. That is just an old school bloodbath of a match.
But yeah, overall, we've been doing good. We're getting back on that content creation game, trying to get the watch-alongs, trying to get these numbers back in a positive direction. Summers are a busy time for us, so we did what we could, but now that schedules are opening up, we're getting back at it. Big kick to the head there from Damian.
Damian running around here. Oh, Finn catches him with that sling blade. I didn't think the Judgment Day would be great as it's been for wrestlers. Yeah, it really has propelled a lot of wrestlers. Like James talked about it a bit earlier up here. Like they've made stars out of Rhea Ripley, Damian, Dom, and helped Liv. I mean, it's definitely been it's been a great starting point.
And consider what it did for Edge at the end of his time in WWE. He was there at the start of it. And when they broke away from him, I wondered if they would have a chance to survive. But they've like even thrived away from him, which is surprising because you'd think that connection to Edge would be what would make you big.
Yeah, I've heard rumors even they're thinking about putting the Intercontinental title on Dominic Mysterio at some point. I do a Watchalong.
Okay. That's interesting.
Every yeah. I started my own sports betting Twitter, huh? Getting the itch again. I feel
it's
you.
one of those things, yeah, that there is. I mean, since we've done content creation, we haven't started, but I bet that if you don't do it for a little bit, there is that itch to get back in there and start talking wrestling again. I mean, luckily, we've kind of always kept the podcast to kind of what we could easily do with our schedules. Obviously, there's like an ebb and a flow to it where, you're going to get less from us during the summers. You're going to get more than enough from us during the winters. But we're always going to do something.
Well, with Edge, it didn't seem like it was going to work. But when Rhea and Damian went into a group, it blew them up. Yeah, I'd say that's interesting too because Edge was like at the beginning, and then he just ended up leaving, but not until like they got Finn, but then they immediately like had turned on Edge. And yeah, it is interesting. Like, when Rhea Ripley especially showed up, like I just thought, yeah, okay, this group is going to be stars.
Yeah, it's like Rhea's a hot commodity on her own. But then putting her with the group, it's like it helped everybody out. And knowing that a lot of them were friends, that like Damian and Rhea had hung out and, like traveled together, it makes sense that they would come together in the group. And now we're even seeing them break away on their own, which is great.
Yeah, I feel like they've definitely seen those videos where Damian and Rhea have like a brother-sister type relationship, where they just support each other and stuff too.
Abdominal stretch, Finn trying to dig in that elbow.
Looking forward to Zack Sabre Jr. getting his moment next Sunday. I hope he's right.
Next Sunday, is there a New Japan show?
I remember when Rhea became part of the group, and I said, yeah, that's the best thing for her at that time. Yeah, I think Rhea has really, really upped her game when she became part of Judgment Day. Yeah, I believe there is a New Japan show next Sunday. I can't remember the name of it, though. But Sabre wanted to get that title shot before the January 4th show.
Oh, man, one thing. So I don't know if you remember when you did the greatest matches of 2021.
Uh-huh.
And there was a point where AJ was just butchering Shingo Takagi's name. And for one of the matches, I forget what he said. I think he said Takagi Dontaku, and that was night 2. And he goes, Spoiler alert, that's gonna be on my list later. And I'm like, how the fuck's it gonna be on your list? You didn't even like that wasn't even an English sentence that came out of your mouth. But it was hilarious. And it's tough sometimes with those other names.
Yo, you gotta.
I saw the text. I'm
All right,
responding.
good, man. That's good. I didn't know if you had already ordered for 3, so okay, that's good. I'm not as concerned now. Do whatever you want. I thought we had a ton. I'm like, fuck, man. Just make it apparent real quick. Either way.
He had told me earlier to let him know as early as possible.
Yeah. Zach wants to walk into Royal Quest as champion in the UK. Yeah. I hope they put it on Zach. He definitely deserves it. There's a big lariat by Damian Priest.
Yeah, especially when you consider that, Naito kind of isn't at his best physically. And could it be Zach's time to be champion?
Damian Priest. The intensity right here. Good intensity. I think Balor should get a chance at a title run. I don't disagree with that. Like, he definitely has the skills and the look to be in a world title type situation.
Yeah, it's just moving him into a story. Like, he would have to work his way there. Not that he's not worthy of one, but it's like if they put him in a title match, like at the next pay-per-view, I'd be like, oh, how'd he get there? Mm-hmm. Definitely start positioning him maybe as wanting to go for Gunther.
I wouldn't mind. How about this? Talk about guys that haven't worked with each other yet. They're good. How about a CM Punk Finn Balor feud? That could be fun.
Oh, that would be some shit. Yeah, imagine Balor kind of like challenging Punk, saying like, you want to go for the championship, but I've held titles more recently than you.
Right.
And possibly trying to say, like, if you want a shot at Gunther, you're going to have to go through me. And then that's the way you kind of get Balor vaguely in that championship picture.
Yeah.
Balor's definitely worked his ass off.
My opinion has been that Finn was going to cheat a win here, but then, Damian would help make sure Rhea actually wins the title later. Yeah, make a good story for it, for sure. How many matches have been done so far? We are on.
This is number 3.
Yeah, because the Hell in a Cell match was a little over 30.
So, yeah, we got 2 more matches left on this card here.
Yeah, it started at 6 tonight. So,
and since you started the new sports betting Twitter, how's that been going, Cage My IQ? We got time to talk to the people.
Yep, this is the 3rd. Oh,
pushing him right over.
Yeah,
Michael Cole almost spilled his drink.
Big pounce.
He's gonna take his hot chocolate and get the fuck out of here.
Oh, what are we looking for here? A power bomb.
Oh.
Right on that apron, back into the ring. Damian Priest removing the straps here. Shades of Jerry the King Lawler.
With Finn begging off, I feel like, and I knew it was coming when I saw Finn start to beg off. I'm like, oh, we're going to see some interference. You had Carlito on one side, JD McDonough on the other side, Finn with that big drop kick into the corner.
Now Finn looking to do that double stomp, the coup de grace.
Going up, coming off the top rope. Getting the pin?
No.
I was hoping it couldn't be that easy. I mean, I would have accepted it. We got 2 more matches, and they're trying to fit it in before the UFC.
And a press conference.
Going good. Going to take a while to grow it, but it's nice. How long have you been working on growing the sports betting thing, Cage? I'm not a sports bettor, but there's definitely a market for that. Ref getting distracted. Finn with the chair. Priest kicks it in his face. McDonough over the top. Whoa.
Oh, wait.
Flying big there.
Damian might have this. Oh. Reversal.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sling blade.
Oh, 2 weeks so far, so you're still new into this.
Oh, double spot.
Are you big into sports betting? Because I feel like to start Twitter like that, I mean, obviously you'd have to have an interest in it.
More coup de grace here, too.
And what's the Twitter handle? Share it with us so we can share it with everybody watching. Maybe you can grow your audience a little bit there.
Oh, for the choke slam. Oh.
Street Trash shirt is funny. I noticed that on JD.
And Priest will get the victory.
Saw JD trying to break it up there and make it in quick enough.
I do wonder now if this is going to be, maybe Rhea isn't going to win tonight. Will both Terror Twins come out on top?
You'd like to hope at least one of them will.
Well, I mean, Damian did. So, like I'm saying, will Rhea not be able to come out on top now?
Yeah.
Cage Michael, he has lots of experience in sports betting. Damian stands tall. And I wonder what's been next for Priest. I feel like this feud might not be
because you got to wonder, will this feud with Finn go forward? And all right, let me share that handle for everybody. So if you want to see Cage My IQ's sports betting Twitter at D Ringside A, is that Ringside A picks? Or is that just supposed to be D Ringside picks? Either way, that's the handle. Cage will let us know if that's right or not. But follow our man. He's going to help you make some money out there. Feel that rush of sports betting.
Is there going to be, it's just going to go more than one match now that Damian won? Yeah, I guess I was just wondering if Damian and Rhea will both be successful tonight, was what I was trying to say. And now that Damian won, will we get another match for these two? I wonder. I feel like this feud might not be over yet.
And they might not even need to follow it up with another match soon because there's enough hatred between them. Could be, a couple pay-per-views down the line.
What we got here? Upside down.
So Cage My IQ fixed it. So it is at DR Inside Picks. Go check that out on X. I'm actually going to follow him on X right now. I don't do the sports betting, but I do like to support our friends when we can. We know how hard this social media game is.
Yeah. Although I think we're up to 7 new subscribers tonight.
Ooh.
Since we started this, we actually had a few more earlier today too.
Oh yeah, we brought somebody in earlier on the TikTok live we did.
We had a few. So I think we were at 3,575 or 576. We're at 3,586 now, I think.
Growing, can't stop, won't stop.
What could the women's War Games match be? We know what the men's could be. Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Bianca, Jade, Naomi.
Bayley.
Ooh, put in Bayley. Damage control? I don't know. Like,
Damage control's on Raw, so you'd have to go Bayley.
a
Is
big
it
pay
one
per
on the
view,
wall?
though. They could do maybe SmackDown versus Raw. You know, because
Nice.
there's not like a lot of big ladies feuds going back and forth
Right.
that I'm aware. Can't fuck with Morgan and Morgan. This dude doesn't even have pupils.
He's got Undertaker powers.
Looks like Raiden. Saucy nugs.
What historic announcement could Triple H say later? Ooh, I don't know. Joe, you watched the press conference?
That he's got a maybe. Maybe I'll put it on just to cover things if I'm not going to MMA. I think the big announcement is that Triple H has 4 computers in his brain. And one is always tuned to Me Tunes.
Wait, is this Triple H now? This Triple H now?
Oh, shit. He heard about it. He's like, 4 computers? Got you, fan. It turns out they actually have a streaming deal on Max. And they're going to have the whole library up there.
Fucking. That'd be some shit.
Pay-per-views are free. You ain't even got to buy them.
Yeah, don't fucking worry about it.
Discounted rate, my fucking nuts.
Got a great new partnership. We can't wait to talk about.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
got the Crown Jewel title.
Oh, yeah.
So that means it's easily not going to be a ladies title.
Actually, it could be.
I'm just joking because they don't like ladies, allegedly.
Oh, well, maybe we're trying to change that, you know? All right, I'm
trying to make it more acceptable. We're going to have swimsuit on those Iraqi beaches.
I'm going to put this out a little bit. I'm going to mood out here for a minute here. I want to see what we got here.
All right, so Dave's going to get the rundown on this. Dave's going to go on mute. I'm going to talk my shit. You know what I'm going to do? Fuck it. We got a minute till Dave's going to give us the rundown. I'm going to play you another commercial because I love this one so much and it just makes me laugh. So here is a great book with a greater commercial.
Hey, all you goddamn wrestling fans out there, listen, Old Black Bart has got a book. It's called Wrestle. Right there. It's got some dadgum good stories in there about some dadgum good wrestlers.
Read stories of Dusty Rhodes, the Von Erich, Scott Casey, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, Mr. Fuji, Ron Bass, Bruiser Brody, Mike Davis, the Grappler, and many others.
And I guarantee you one thing, that it'll be the best dadgum read you've had in a long, long time.
Get your book today at Russellville.com or on Amazon. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
Gotta love that Wrestleville. All right, largest gate for an arena show in WWE history. That's big news. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. He's about to tell us it's about to be a Mr. McMahon documentary volume 2. The dirty version. What's this title in a garbage bag? Are we getting that fucking Winged Eagle belt? I know Cody's been talking about wanting to bring it back. This is going to be an unprecedented moment where the WWE is going to start bringing dirt sheet writers with them on tour. The first stop they're going is Iraq or wherever it is. What the fuck is that? The Crown Jewel Championship.
So a little too soon there. James says they're putting titles together. That's what I was going to say. They're going to have the men's WWE and men's world champion wrestle each other, and the same with the women. But neither title will be on the line, but each winner will be the Crown Jewel champion.
All right, that's kind of cool because that way, I mean, we know what we're seeing at Crown Jewel. Gunther, Cody. Gunther's like, you're going to make me wear that piece of shit. That thing looks like a Bart Simpson chain to me.
Well, what I like about this is it kind of gives me the flashbacks of those old super matches back in the territorial days where the NWA versus the AWA champion, old timers will know what I'm talking about in the magazines. But as Triple H, he was saying, we'll have a definitive winner because we used to never have a definitive winner back then. So we're getting Cody versus Gunther most likely at Crown Jewel Day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like back when you have Bob Backlund wrestle Harley Race.
And if we're getting Cody versus Gunther and we want a babyface versus heel, I got to think we're going to get Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley. I bet Ripley will win tonight.
Are they tipping their hand here? I love that there's a post-wrestling shirt right up front.
Uh-huh. Gunther and Cody do have history from the Royal Rumble. Gunther asking, what would Bad Blood be without the heavyweight champion?
And that's going to be a great match, too.
Gunther's talking about his win in Saudi over Randy Orton, how he became king of the ring there. So this is just 4 weeks. Of course, you never know. Sami Zayn could shock the world tomorrow. Unless Tiffany cashes in before. Yeah, that's possible too. There is history between the title matches. Yeah. It's an interesting concept. He said it's going to be a yearly thing. They do.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a title that, you know, you'll get bestowed on somebody once a year. It'll show who's the better of your champions. Dude, what if NXT somehow can get figured in on that?
Won't be this year. That would be a little down the road, like triple threat matches. Gunther says he wants to put the spotlight on the legends today. I have a feeling he's going to
like his favorite wrestler, Bret Hart. Oh, that's right. He was a Goldberg fan, he said.
Well, he said that to troll Bret. He's pointing out Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg's son is like, fuck that. I'm taking my shirt off. I'm fucking you. Oh. You see Colorado? I play for Coach Prime. Or fan of Coach Prime.
Yeah, they did. Title looks crazy. I don't know if I like the title. Yeah, it is interesting.
My first thought is it almost looks like the AEW title in a way, that it has that interesting shaped first plate.
Oh, so Gunther's saying it's not true. How could the greatest wrestler on earth be impressed with a one-trick pony?
Ooh. That's when Goldberg just kicks him in the head. Are we setting up somehow for Goldberg versus Gunther?
I mean, I'm in. I'm in with Goldberg versus Gunther. Gunther says he's just busting balls. That's kind of funny. Your son.
Sorry, Dave. I gotta plug my Nintendo Switch in like an adult.
Oh, wow. So Gunther just said about his son, Gage, I hope you're a bit better than your father.
Let's not let it pass us
Oh, shit.
that we have a German taunting a Jew right here.
Stop it.
He is not going to take it. He's getting back at him for the Holocaust. I love this. Yeah, fuck him up. No, you can't do it. You can't do it. Have you guys watched Goldberg? There's so many of them. Goldberg's going to fuck all these little dudes up.
Oh, here comes Pierce and everybody, too.
Dude, I'm ready for this match now.
This is what I want. Give me this. Goldberg versus Gunther.
Is Goldberg even allowed in Iraq?
He's been there.
Or Saudi Arabia? Shit.
Yeah.
I was watching the Saddam Hussein House of Saddam last night, so I got Iraq on the mind.
Oh, Sami Zayn in the ring.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
He wants it. He wants the title. Oh, Sami Zayn jumps off. He's had enough.
How is Goldberg not capitalizing on this? Shouldn't security? Well, yeah, I guess maybe. Ow! Boots him in the fucking face.
Wait, with his good dress shoes.
I like how they brought back Odyssey Jones. He's looking a little rough after his time off.
Wait.
Yeah, Goldberg's like, fuck you and fuck
Wait a
you
minute.
too.
I got 3 minutes for you. Was that directed at Bill's wife? So Sami Zayn and Goldberg and Gunther going at it. I mean, I want to see Goldberg and Gunther now. You got me excited for that. All right, big question. Oh, look, Randy Oscar's here. Yes, Gunther versus Goldberg. Let's go. I agree, Randy.
Goldberg's going for that title.
I would love to see what kind of match Gunther and Goldberg could have.
I know. I didn't even want that before this, but now I'm like ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Gunther
to see Randy in the watch along. I don't know if I want that match or Saucy Nugs more.
No, that's how long Goldberg matches were. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I thought he might have got a little bit personal with Bill. Get him to fly off the handle. So there's Goldberg with his kid, his wife. I don't know who those other people are near him, but they seem to be happy for him.
That was a great segment. That was as good as any of the matches, I think.
Mm-hmm. That was probably my second favorite thing tonight, next to the Hell in a Cell.
It's Thor's favorite thing. She's joining the. You can't attack me on camera. Ow. Whatever. She does what she wants. So 2 hours and 18 minutes on the live stream today.
Yeah.
Only feels like an hour and a half.
He probably doesn't last long, to be honest, but what guy does? Yeah.
Oh, so glowberry is the flavor. Should have gone with spooky sour apple. I think it sounds better. I bet glowberry's just sugar-free. Spooky sour apple.
Sugar-free. Give me that sugar-free shit.
Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. That's Shark Cage.
Look at Tom. That's great.
Back in jail.
I can't go back to prison.
I know. I heard that was a big short they put out this week. Watchalong doing amazing numbers tonight. We're almost at like 600 views.
I went to check out one of the shorts. Now I'm on my personal account, so I couldn't see it, and I thought that's odd. So if you click on a little thing inside, it says "View newest first things," comments. I was like, all right. So I clicked on that, and it allowed me to see it. And it's somebody, "You're such a bitch, bro. Always quick to spoil shit." It's not even like a regular subscriber. I'm like,
I want to find this comment now just to see it. I'm gonna have to find it. It's great. Like, we don't get too many trolls, but the ones we do have are quite interesting. Man, that guy that got mad yesterday that we watched talked a lot of wrestling.
Well, that guy was clearly a troll. I don't know what this is. This guy might have just stumbled upon us, not realize it. How the fuck? I was waiting to watch that.
Well, it is one of those things too. Like, I'm of two ways about it. I hate having things spoiled for me on the internet, but it's also like, if I know I don't want something spoiled, I do my best to try and remember not to go on, especially if you're watching wrestling YouTubes, because a lot of wrestling YouTubes are trying, like, some are pure entertainment, but some are trying to give you like, and was it on this video? No, it wasn't on this video.
No, it was on the short. I just did.
But it's stay the fuck off YouTube then, I guess.
Well, the title said CM Punk.
Now, if we were in a group chat with you and we were spoiling things, yeah, that's more on us. But even that, I wouldn't necessarily complain about.
No, just don't go online for that shit. Like, I got the other night, what was spoiled for me? Trick Williams. Trick Williams won the NXT title.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I just happened to forgot. I got on Instagram. First fucking post, Trick Williams with the title. I'm like, all right, that's on me. I forgot. I didn't go comment on the shit. I was angry.
I think it's less about yeah, I think we got to ask him, why is he so addicted to his phone that he's eschewing common sense and getting mad when people are commenting on the news of the day? How the fuck you going to tell me who won the election? I was waiting to see that shit tomorrow.
He might be cut of the same cloth of the guy that thought Seth Rollins was selling him.
Oh, so he might be one of those helmet people.
He might have
we ain't talking hockey players, folks.
You might have some problems. All right. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. I don't know. I think we're gonna get a new channel. You know what would be interesting though? Is if Tiffany Stratton, Diamond Dallas Page.
I like Diamond Dallas Page with a Golden Girl shirt that says Thug Life.
I
think.
Oh, there's Mickey James. Girls. Oh, look who's there! Oh. Big Papa Pump.
Where's Rick Steiner?
You better acknowledge Scott Steiner. There you go. Absolutely, James knows. Always stay away if you don't want to hear anything. All right, we're at the party now. See if we recognize anybody else here.
That almost looks like Offset by the Bean Dip. I think I saw Mark Henry's son in the middle of there. I don't think it's really him, but it looks like a Mark Henry-esque.
Yeah, I'm so distracted by these things.
I do like it. It gives it a different feel.
Oh, they're all holding their nose. Tell me this is going to be Chelsea Green back here.
Oh, yeah, with the garbage. I was going to say, did somebody fart? Because, like, I can't imagine that they're just all of a sudden smelling weed smoke up there.
It's a little silly. Like Chelsea couldn't have got that garbage smell out by now.
Would Piper Niven be displayed like this on Vince's WWF?
No. Just leave it at that. She's having a good time. She's out here hanging out tonight. She's like, you go home, Chelsea. I'm going to hang out with Metro.
Love the shark cage. What is Dom going to drop down to Liv is the question.
Here we go.
I love that they've been making it such a point to feature this convertible. And they've got the toy, too.
He comes off like such a dirtbag. You got to really give it to him. If he did win the Intercontinental title, you know it'd be that honky tonk man style. Finding ways to cheat, getting disqualified, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. They got him bringing it into the arena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, lowrider, just like Eddie.
That's got to be interesting for Dom to be able to not only represent his family, but also like such a close friend of the family as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're having fun, you know, like, no doubt.
Think when he came in, we were wondering, like, how is it going to be with Dom? Like, is he going to catch on? And it hasn't been that many years later. And he already seems to have grown amazingly.
Oh, yeah. Like, as a character and everything, he is so ahead of everything else. All right, I'm going to respond to some fans here, too.
Yeah, this is something we rarely do on the live show is let you see us like being on our phones, but it's a live watch along. You're watching with us on the couch.
Yeah. Sitting down, eating some pizza.
Dave's going in the bathroom to make shorts.
No, like, yeah. I'm glad I did, but I forgot that response. That made my night. I like when the trolls come out and get all pissy.
Yeah, it's funny. My natural response too is to want to respond, but then it's just dropping to their level because in the end, it's like you could complain all you want, but you're complaining on a video of somebody doing it. Like, go out there and do something yourself. Make an original thought. Share it with somebody.
Ridiculous. All right.
We all do things in our different ways. Trolls have their place in the social media landscape as well. If you want to take a positive view of trolls, it's one of those things like you encounter it in life. There's always going to be people that are going to try going to the negative of things. They're going to try bringing you down. And interacting with a troll is just a good exercise in staying on the positive mindset of things.
My man's
Talk
preaching.
about positive mindset of things.
Talk about positive. Rhea Ripley. Badass.
Thor's coming in the room too. I don't know what to expect.
Thor is a fan of Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to fight me out of principle.
B for B.
It's your favorite. It's your favorite. Ah! It's your favorite. All right, tell the people how it is.
I mean, they've always, for a long time now, been treating Rhea like a really, really big star, too. Liv has risen to the
and it's
occasion.
what
You know, I don't know if she would have ever been champion if Rhea hadn't gotten injured, though.
Yeah, that's really. It's really this feud's go on much longer than I expected. Oh yeah, they're selling the Dominic Mysterio toilet paper.
Right.
That's a wild sell. That's a $12 roll of toilet paper. You can go to Big Y right now and you can get the cheap stuff 2 for $1.50. Or you can get the not so cheap stuff 2 for $1.99. $12. You gotta really hate, like, I wonder if they're selling that to the Trump crowd. Like, do you hate Mexican Americans enough to buy toilet paper with their face on it? Then we've got the deal for you. I was gonna try and do the wording of our commercial, but like I didn't have the confidence to go word for word. We're just having fun waiting for these two to get into the ring, and then after they get into the ring, obviously gotta get Dom in that shark cage. There's gonna be some fighting.
We've consistently had somebody on Twitch all night, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. It's like there's only been like one dude or one person. I don't know if it's a dude, but like on Twitch, I've looked over and I've seen someone on Twitch the whole night.
Oh wow, you have the Twitch app open as well?
No, if you go on this little eyeball thing on the top here, it actually shows you like how many viewers are on YouTube versus.
Shit.
You just kind of put the arrow over a little bit.
Oh, that's wild. Shout out to the person watching us on Twitch. Drop a comment. Unless it's something dirty, then we just won't read it out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's funny.
Dirty Dom. Liv's like, I love you. You're gonna be okay. Be brave, Dom.
It's gonna sound like Jimmy Hart once he gets in there. Oh no, baby. You gotta drop this down. I ain't good with heights.
You're beautiful, Daddy. You're beautiful.
And then he's gonna follow it up with, I don't know how much they want me to say. I think Liv's got to be a little more focused on this match. They're just feeling bad about Dom in a shark cage. They're not raising him up to Owen Hart heights.
Oh, Dom. Now Rhea's had in storyline the bad leg too, so they could play into that.
So is this shark cage not even going over the ring?
Should be. They haven't closed it yet, so.
Oh, okay. They just seem really close to starting this match. Okay.
Let's see what Rhea's gonna have to say.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, so you're a little scared of heights. Raise them up. Oh, so they're playing like Dom didn't know he was gonna be lifted up in the cage. I never thought that was not what was gonna happen. So this doesn't sound like a surprise to me, but I guess
this seems lame, but as being someone who's scared of heights, this definitely gives it a legitimacy now.
Yeah, but I thought this was already announced. They're playing it off like it's a surprise. I guess maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, like, are we just supposed to think that Dom's stupid? Like, wait, what? It's going to be in the air like she said it was?
Oh, no.
Not over the ring, though. Interesting.
Right. He can't just drop something. Yeah.
Well, this makes what a lot of people were saying on TikTok more of a possibility. We had a lot of people saying that Raquel was going to insert herself in this match.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Maybe cost Ripley?
Which I believe so. I'm trying to remember because I couldn't remember. Was it Raquel that had previously teamed with Ripley or had Liv and Ripley team? Black Ops Wrestling, how's it going? Black Ops Wrestling has been jumping in on the TikTok lives. Added them on Facebook. Good to see you in the live watch along tonight. How have you been enjoying the event, Black Ops Wrestling?
Ooh.
Oh, both have teamed with Raquel. Thank you for the feedback on that, Cage.
Hmm.
So that would make Raquel inserting herself into the match very possible.
Sure. But who would she attack, I wonder?
Oh, it's a good question.
I feel like you'd set her up almost for like a heel thing and attack Ripley.
Yeah, because has she previously been a heel or face?
I think
I'm trying to
she's a
remember.
face.
She has been a face?
Yeah.
Cage
Yeah, that's what
guessing
I'm
she
saying. She
would
would
attack
attack
Rhea.
Rhea. I can't remember if there's history. Did Rhea hurt her while she was a face?
Yeah, storyline. I wonder that.
The Hell in a Cell is good. I wish they would have used a cage more, though.
Yeah, that was probably the only thing that match was lacking. But I mean, they used a lot of other things. That is a possible, I think, match of the year contender when you consider the story going into it and everything like that.
Did everybody enjoy the Bill Goldberg Gunther face-off?
Oh, 100%. Let's see what the people have to say. We're doing one more hat change. We're switching it up for Hopeville General Store now. If you're in the Connecticut, New England area, Hopeville General Store, great band out there. Please find them. They got Old Exit 86 on any music streaming platform. And if you could see them live, definitely go see it. You thought Bad Blood was the only one with product placement. Liv rolling through, getting that leg. Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the storyline, right? That she has the bad leg, so it's tough, right? Because Rhea is so much bigger than Liv, so you have to do something where Liv is going to be able to get some offense on her.
Now, Dave, does this event and the press conference have to be over by the main card of UFC?
Yes, that's what the way it was explained to me. So everything should be over before 10. So my guess.
Does that mean our friend of the show is going to be hanging out in your living room, just hanging out with the pizzas?
I told him between 9:30 and 9:45.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah, chances are I'm probably not coming over. It's been a day.
I figured once we knew we didn't have to establish any extra pizzas, you didn't feel obligated. I'm like, all right, we're fine. We're all good here. It was nothing.
Well, it's like part of me does want to get into UFC, but I was talking about how not being overly social, like sometimes even just doing these live shows takes a lot out of me. We got a college football fan here. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt today. And that's wild. Alabama is a powerhouse in the college football game. Yeah, it always sucks when you're watching. Hey, Black Ops Wrestling, consider if you're into college football, and I bet you like to bet some money out there. Let me go find Cage My IQ sports betting Twitter here. I don't want to comment about all the comments, but I'm scrolling up a bunch to find at DR Ringside Picks. New sports betting Twitter out there. Check him out. Our friend Backley knows his business. And we know our business. That's why we're talking Hopeville General Store, Game Up Hard Hydration, and Liv Morgan going upside Rhea Ripley's head.
Working that leg. So we all picking Rhea Ripley here, or do you think Liv finds a way to cheat? What do we got?
I'm trying to remember what we said yesterday. I think I thought that, yeah, because I thought the cage was going to be above the ring, so I saw Dom dropping something, Rhea getting a hold of it, and either using it on Liv or throwing it out of the ring and then just finishing off Liv by herself. But now that the shark cage is in a different spot,
I gotta think there's gonna be.
I really like the Raquel thing.
You know.
Someone say Raquel attacks Rhea. Black Ops Wrestling, thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you to everybody watching us. James, Cage My IQ, Randy Osga out there, whoever you are on Twitch.
Oh yeah, there was somebody else here. We had one other guy. Where was he?
Keep it real. Make yourself known.
He might have left.
And I think, ooh, that sunset flip. And even though that's some good padding there, Rhea definitely banged her head up against there. I think we gained another subscriber, Dave.
Keep him coming.
It is.
Keep him coming.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ahim, thank you. Thank you for commenting too.
Yeah, and everybody, if you're not following us, please consider following.
Yeah, we got a lot
98% of the people that watch us don't subscribe.
I don't think it's that high
Which is
anymore.
wild.
I actually think we've come down a little bit. I've saw returning views, but it still is high. It's still high.
It's 80, 70%. That's more than we'd like. But like I said, if you want to look at the positive side of things, that is just more room for growth.
Mm-hmm. But we got our. What theme songs does everyone have on their playlist?
All time, it's still hard not to have Real American up there. I just pretend it's for Wyndham and Rotunda. I feel much better about it.
Say, well, it would be cool to see Brock come destroy everyone.
It's interesting, Black Ops Wrestling. Trying to think for modern theme songs. I like Cesaro's.
Cesaro's?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of a little bit of. Isn't it a little bit of kind of what he had in WWE, but with a different spin on it? Or is that.
Yeah, probably. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm more the music guy and I'm struggling to think of what entrance themes I really like.
So for me, entrance music,
it's hard to deny Jey Uso.
No, it's hard to walk around with Our Lady of Peace, the Chris Benoit song. Yeah, I can understand that's a tough one. Brian Danielson coming out to the final countdown at Wembley. That always,
Yeah, it's a good one. John Moxley coming out to Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that it's a kind of a tribute to Onita.
Mm-hmm. You go old school. I used to like Bret Hart's theme music.
Yeah, Natalia's. That's a good modern interpretation of that.
Yeah.
Hey, Black Ops Wrestling, at least they didn't choose Superman's Dead for Chris Benoit. That's an Our Lady Peace reference. You didn't expect that tonight, did you?
Judgment Day was the best thing for Dom. Yeah. Yeah. Judgment Day was the best thing for Dom. No doubt. Got to profile that here. Oh, you know who song I like right now?
Oh, fuck that. How scared of heights are you? No. Fuck that. I'm scared of heights, and my hands are starting to sweat right now. Killswitch is great, too. Fun fact. Killswitch Engage headline the New England Metal and Hardcore Fest for, I think it's Killswitch's 25th anniversary. And the bassist, Dave, I sent you a picture when I took a picture with the bassist earlier this year. On stage, he was wearing a Lucha Underground shirt.
That's awesome.
I saw that from the picture.
Splash from the top. Oh.
Hell yeah, that guy with the beard in the front row would pay money to get that finisher put on him.
I have Rhea theme, Punk theme, and Jey Uso.
How did we not mention Punk? We mentioned it earlier.
Fell 12 foot and broke my foot 2 years ago.
Oof.
Ouch. That's brutal.
Yeah. Man, I felt like a foot while tripping earlier this summer. Or like mid last year, and I fucked my hip up for a week.
Well, look what Adam Copeland did off that cage. He fucking tore his what did he tore? His Achilles?
Yeah. You know who didn't tear his Achilles?
Randy
Macho
Savage,
Man
who's
coming off
lost
that cage of
Halloween
Halloween Havoc 97.
Jumped off like a 20-foot friggin' cage and somehow did not break both his knees.
You guys are going to love that reference in like a week when that episode comes out.
All
right, they're getting closer to Dom dropping something here.
Yeah.
I don't like this door being open one bit.
I mean, it's not that high up, but he could definitely get fucked up though still.
No, fuck that. That's high enough. Like, if he's scared of heights.
Yeah. I don't know if he's scared of heights or not.
Man, when I used to work at Target, I'd make the big girl go to the top of the ladder because I couldn't get TVs down from that high.
Oh, what is this? Doing the pump handle right on the outside.
Oh. Doing it and staring Dom down.
He can jump and she can catch him. Randy Osgood does jump. Hilarious.
I hope not. Oh, no! God damn it! Fuck that!
Wow. This is looking...
It's so much worse.
A beatdown. They should sell that down over at WWE shop. Oh, but she's
that
going
is
back.
Way worse than fucking that back bump that Drew took earlier.
So this looks like the mistake right now, though.
The mistake that kind of distracts things.
Right. Why they do that to me?
I don't enjoy that one fucking bit. Oh, god damn. Dom is completely fine with heights.
Oh, he gotta be.
Yeah, otherwise he would have both shit and pissed himself, and he might have been puking by now.
She's got the kendo stick here.
All right, I don't know if commentary is gonna say it, but is she gonna beat him like a pinata? And I mean that in the most respectful way.
Pinata.
Ah, there it is.
I got you.
I could have saved myself like 2 minutes and let Black Ops Wrestling do it.
Well, do you remember the parody of Jim Ross, Oklahoma, in WCW, and they had that UV, they had that pinata on a pole match or something?
Oh shit! No, I forgot about that.
You didn't know that? Oh yeah!
Ow! Right upside his fucking head. I want my Chemical Romance CDs back. You know you got my Weezer sweatshirt.
There's the towel.
Ow! Big girl beatdowns.
Uh-huh.
She got her skin problem fixed.
Huh.
She's using the good lotions.
Oh, well, okay. Well, Rhea's not winning the title now. Randy, I'm with you, brother.
Okay. Boom. Drop her on the fucking back.
Throws Liv on top.
God damn. Did Vince McMahon suggest Raquel's top here?
It's
like when China would try and get sexy.
What are we? Came back and no response.
Wow, the crowd's that quiet about it.
Was there a pin?
I know. Is the match over? Anybody that's watching this with sound, what are we listening to?
What's up with Dom? Did he get legit hurt or something?
I don't know if they're trying to play it up like they're just trying to attend to him medically. And that's why we can't pay attention to anything that has.
This is Vince wrote over it. Yeah. But there was no response that people cared. She came back. Huh?
Well, I mean, did this feud really even need Raquel to come back? It's a nice note in it, but
It's just,
like,
it keeps things going. It was a way for Liv to keep the title for now. I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta believe Rhea is gonna have that back. It was quiet, Randy says. What are we watching here, Joe? Coming soon. Oh yeah.
so Ford Field, Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
December.
Well, that's also Motor City Machine Guns.
What is this event? Is this just house shows?
Yeah, I think that's his house shows there. I'm sorry, Raquel, ruined that.
Okay, the holiday tour.
I agree.
Oh, it ends in Detroit, Michigan. Okay, I was wondering why they showed Ford Field. I was wondering, is there like a pay-per-view coming up?
No, you're combining two things. So that was a house show thing, but before that, they showed Ford Field, Detroit, and then they showed things racing. We're assuming that might be the Motor City Machine Guns from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
So there was two different video packages.
All right, so that all right, that's weird. They were put together a little quick.
They were. If you
Thank God it's still Riyadh season.
Yeah. But that was the same one from last night, the other one. Well, they actually said that they were supposed to get both. So the Guns were in contract. Their contracts were up earlier, and they were rumored to be coming. But then everybody thought the Lucha Brothers were coming. But now with the injury time, there's no way that's happening. At least nowhere anytime soon, right? I mean, the Lucha Brothers are definitely not coming in for at least a year, I would imagine.
Oh, Dave, fun fact. My November vacation got pushed back a week. So are we covering Crown Jewel live at the Mohammed Abdu Arena? Not live from Riyadh season. I don't know if we could get into Saudi Arabia, but we could do it from the comfort of our living rooms.
We will discuss.
We'll talk about it. It might be down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Way too many pay-per-views popping up lately.
So November
look at that
30th,
event.
series. December 14th, we got Saturday night's main event. Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The 19th and 20th, WrestleMania. I like it. And then SummerSlam's coming to MetLife. Did you know this, Dave?
I did know this, yes. Hey, speaking of current themes I like, yeah, I like it. Trick Williams. I like his theme.
But I like it with the Booker T remix on live TV. The song itself is great. But when you got Booker T walking all over it, it's beautiful. Press conference immediately following the event.
Yeah, of course. Got this shit on the road.
Maybe Dave drops off the live stream to go watch UFC or go get ready for UFC. And maybe I do a live watch along of this press conference. I don't know. Do we keep the stream going? Will people watch for 4.5 hours?
Yeah, we might go to
Randy, long story short. What were you about to say?
I said you never know. I don't know yet. I wouldn't plan on it though.
I was gonna say probably fucking not, but I mean, maybe there's a chance, I guess.
Doesn't look good right now. He asked me today. Atlanta, baby. So Sikoa, Jacob.
Eating up what's already a huge match. Playing that Georgia Tech video again. You're gonna do something that great, you got to get the replay video.
And it'll be out of price in the next few years. We won't be able to afford to go to shows. Yeah, I wouldn't be
definitely
surprised.
for stadium shows. That's why I always talk about you want to go get that good wrestling experience. You could go to a WWE house show or like Monday Night Raw when it comes around, but you know, instead of going to like a SummerSlam, which they are great events, but they are starting to get outpriced, go to a great indie around you. I mean, we're spoiled in the Northeast that we can turn around and there's a great indie within a stone's throw. But I mean, if you want that great wrestling experience, just find a good indie, take in the experience there.
UFC show.
Oh, Dave, we got a UFC comment in
Randy.
here. UFC show looks good.
Randy's been at MMA events at Mohegan Sun.
Randy, what fights are you most excited for tonight?
Be watching it with Scott possibly tonight, Randy. Who's to say? That was an awful ending to the end of a match. Yeah. It felt very anticlimactic. Indie shows feel more personal to me. Yeah, I felt that way when me and Joe and our friend Scott went to some Beyond Wrestling shows. The first time I ever went, like I couldn't believe how close to the ring we were. Wrestlers just walking around.
Yeah,
I've really walking around.
Yeah, I've cut back on some of the subscription services I have. I'm down to IWTV, and I kept IWTV as one of them because it's like I like that indie feel. You know, I've got the Triller TV as well.
Yeah, Randy, that'd be a great story if Roundtree could pull that off tonight.
Randy, are you watching any of the? Well, obviously, no. You're probably not watching the prelim fights right now.
Yeah, Beyond shows are always fun. Yes, they are. A lot of good talent we've seen go through Beyond Wrestling over the years.
And I was just watching one of the newest Wrestling Open shows. They're celebrating 3 years of Wrestling Open. Miracle Generation was featured in a match I watched. There's a lot of great wrestling out there that isn't necessarily WWF. You know, some might even say it's indie wrestling with an edge.
Indie wrestling with an edge. Could have been. What could have been?
That's another deep cut.
Oh, shit. The Bellator shows were great. Mohegan Sun. Yeah, those were always fun. We saw some good stuff. Had some good times. I think Joe's even went to a Bellator show at Mohegan Sun or two.
Yeah, it'd be great if they, brought is Bellator combined with PFL right now?
Yeah, supposedly. But I think they got a show canceled. Some people are speculating what's going on with Bellator right now.
That's kind of rough. It's always, and it's good because if you have those MMA alternatives, like Reality of Fighting also comes to the Mohegan Sun Arena. You've got, what was that league that, what's his name, wrestled in? Mateo Gonzalez. Was that PFC, Prime Fighting Championship?
Oh, I don't know. He's been in a few. I think he did fight for. You got me, buddy. I'm blanking out. I'm trying.
Oh, that New South in Alabama, is that where I believe Vladimir Koloff wrestles? I think Kelly Clark has made an appearance. I think I've saw flyers from them because, we follow a couple Florida wrestlers that kind of migrate over to Alabama. Just look at the way these two walk out. You have them both looking menacing. Jacob a little behind Solo. This is really Jacob's introduction kind of into the mainstream here. He's been on the main roster for a little bit, but this is a big spot, main event, cross the ring from Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. This is what we've been waiting for.
Interesting. What a big moment for Jacob Fatu, huh?
Yeah, the years that it's taken to get here. Everybody's saying he wasn't going to make it here. Fatu versus Hammerstone, great rivalry in MLW.
Was Jacob Fatu ever at Beyond Wrestling shows?
I wouldn't be surprised if he had one off the show, but I can't remember anything necessarily offhand.
Yeah, they've been here. They're also working with Matt Riddle and Dijak.
Oh, wow. Nice. Matt Riddle, Dijak making appearances down there. Dijak really making a lot of his indie run, and we're seeing the ref cam here. That's always weird.
Remember the big one in WCW, the actual like helmet the guy had to wear?
Back when the technology wasn't necessarily there. So we haven't seen Paul Heyman in a bit. When do you think Paul Heyman reemerges on the scene in WWF or WWE? Jesus, what is it, 90?
War Games.
So he comes out at War Games. That would be awesome.
That's what I think. Maybe to lead to it.
Oh shit, we got a marching band.
I
wonder if this is the Georgia Tech band.
I'm gonna just take a real quick listen to this. Let's see what this is here. Hold on.
This feels like a bit much, but it also is making it feel like a big deal. I just want to see Jacob go out and start super kicking the trumpet section. How is Xavier Woods not on trombone out there? Jacob's warning that ref. He's like, you better not fuck me. I'm telling you, it's going to get real not pretty for you. Stay back, big man. You don't need to kick the tubas.
So they're doing a little rendition of Cody's theme here. Randy, I like that idea. I wish they dropped the cell during this match. Kind of gives me Attitude Era vibes. Like, wait, we got one more.
Yeah, like this fight's going to get so out of hand that you're going to need to drop the cell to protect the people from it.
Interesting, Cody coming out before Roman.
Yeah, that's true.
WWE champion coming out first.
Are they doing it because it's been a while since we saw Roman and they're trying to build that anticipation? Could this be a possible slight? Who knows? You tell us. Oh, shit. Got a skull mask.
You got that skull mask. Joe, have you guys heard of the street beefs?
Street beefs. That's the backyard MMA, right?
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah, I think I have seen some of those.
I've also seen card jitsu, by the way. It's amazing.
Card jitsu. Yeah, I saw parts of that. Hey, so hold on a second. You guys should check out Street Beats. Guns down, gloves up. I like it.
And I think they genuinely find people that have problems with each other too. And it's kind of a way of, if I remember, it's like positive, well, as positive as it can be, solving of problems.
So here's a question randomly. If AEW is going to be on HBO Max and they have the library up, do they have to have like any kind of negotiation for like Cody Rhodes with the music? Or is that just?
I imagine that.
I don't think it'd be hard to work out.
I imagine there would have been something in the contracts about that. Like AEW has like license to use it for like footage that he's on.
But Cody was able to bring the music over. That's why I'm curious.
I would like to think, yeah, there would have been something in the contract because like nowadays, a lot of companies are more savvy about music like that. And I don't know if we're going to have another thing like with a lot of the old WCW things where a lot of people had to work a lot of hours at WWE to go through the archives and dub over that music.
Here's a fun little fact, though. He was an EVP at that time. He might have had a different contract. And it's hard to say. It's just interesting, you know?
Yeah, I think they probably would have structured something where they would have made it as easy. You would think, but it is Tony Khan. Maybe it could be that one detail he overlooked, and then we never see the Stampede footage that Brett had.
Well, he thinking like he's an EVP. You might have thought he never left the company too. So
Yeah,
he
that's
started
true,
us.
too.
He ain't going back there.
Yeah, Black Ops Wrestling confirming what I said. They find people that have beef with each other.
They
Might have to use a different theme maybe for it.
disqualified.
And I don't even know what this means, James, but you've been with us all night, so we're putting up your comments as well. Oh,
Rhea called the match. The ref called the match because Raquel still put Liv on. Okay, so that was a disqualification earlier.
shit.
Oh, we got another full band. Hold on. I'll be back.
How many full bands are coming out here? I
Oh,
love
see
that
the-
it's an orchestra. You had the band. Now you got an orchestra. They're going to play Jacob Fatu out on a pan flute. I like how Cody's not taking his eyes off. Well, then he takes his eyes off those two. Jacksonville AEW house show they did. I didn't know there was like lost footage of this. Shout out to the woodwind section, clarinets up.
And these guys just standing here. Bad motherfuckers. Don't fuck with them.
You don't touch the tribal chief. Get the foot back. We'll hit you with a broomstick. Pow. I mean, we've been having fun all night tonight, but it's the main event.
It's main event time. Roman, Cody, the Mega Powers.
I thought for sure this thing was going to be done earlier, too. We're pushing 9 here.
Oh, yeah. So I bet you they want to get that press conference in about 9:30. My man Scott. Hold on, I gotta check. Going to get the food. Let me know when you're good. 14 minutes. Get the food. Oh. Joseph, hold on a second. Keep this show going. My leg gave out on me.
Dave's going to stretch out a cramp, and I'm going to drop another great commercial on you from our great presenters of Game Up Hard Hydration. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harrison, Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morgan, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah.
Well, we're going to cut that commercial short because it looks like this match is about to begin. I am ready for it. Randy saying this should be a tornado tag. Tornado tag wouldn't be bad, but I think if you have the rules of a tag match, you're going to set up that possibility of maybe Roman letting Cody down, Cody letting Roman down. Do one of the Samoans let the other Samoans down? We got to see. Hell yeah, as I call it, that red spiky thing.
Look at Roman.
High Chief Peter Maivia wore that. What the fuck are you doing? Roman looking next level cut there. Oh shit. Jacob Fatu about to put it upside your head.
Pretty wild.
It's also notable too because you've got like the last big stars of WWE coming up against like that really up and coming class, and it's just there's so many cool things about this match right now.
Right, well, you know, like Cody Rhodes, right? Again, his story is always tremendous. The guy that was Stardust, left WWE, bet on himself, killed it on Ring of Honor, New Japan, then was part of AEW, you know, became an EVP, made a big star, kind of at a crossroads, no pun intended, said, you know what, I'm going back to WWE. And what has he done since? Main evented a few WrestleManias, won a couple Royal Rumbles. He's the world champ. He ended Roman Reigns' 4-year reign. And you got Roman, who's like the superhero guy, right? He's had the longest reign in modern wrestling. And then you got Solo, and you got Jacob Fatu off of MLW. This is crazy. And we got another person in the chat here. Go Cody Rhodes. That's right. Champ
Dave, how would you pronounce that name if you had to?
I don't know. I would pronounce it. Why don't you pronounce it there, expert?
Kaijumi Kaiju.
Kaijumi Kaiju. Well, what do you say? You can correct us if you want, or let us know if we did good.
Yeah, thank you just for showing up. It's great to have James Hodges in the comments. Great to have Randy Osga. Great to have Cage Mikey. But it's always good to have those new names pop up.
Oh, that's funny.
Not everybody subscribes to us.
He told you that I would tag. I didn't tell you I would start. That's pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah, something we wouldn't have picked up on not having the volume up.
Yeah, and we did go up another subscriber.
I love seeing that. I was about to mention it myself. It's what makes it tough because these watch-alongs take time, but when you see how many subscribers, like kind of, I don't even know if they're all coming from it, but I just feel like doing the lives helps.
I think between Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, I think we're at 9,700 right now, maybe a little more around there with this latest jump.
Nice. Shout out to Black Ops Wrestling, too, for being in the comments. I didn't want to leave you guys out. Roman has come so far. Yeah, when you consider WWE was pushing him for such a time and people were just hating on him, and then he turned things around.
Again, too, the thing with Roman, I think, when he really turned it around for me was when wrestling was not at its height, like during COVID. But Roman in that character with Paul Heyman and then, you know, with his cousins, the Usos, like they just became the biggest thing. And they had great stories, whether they were feuding, whether they were all part of the bloodline. And that championship reign by Roman, that run was just insanity. You know, like who could believe it just kept going year after year?
Dave, I think I got a new comparison video for you.
Oh, yeah.
Judgment Day or Bloodline. Because they're two of those factions that have really grown since COVID. They've had changes. They've elevated pretty much everybody in there. Obviously, on the face of it, you're going to think that Bloodline would have the advantage. But, I mean, Judgment Day's done some shit.
When they first showed Roman and Heyman together in that room, that was epic. Randy, I agree. And it looks like Roman's getting tagged in. And we got the big dog, the tribal chief. Or the OTC, I should say.
Original tribal chief.
That's right. You think he tags out to Jacob?
Oh,
classic heel move.
Do we get Jacob and Roman this early?
No, we're not. Roman and Solo going to go at it.
I assume that press conference is going to be on YouTube, so I might have to switch over for that. considering keeping the stream live going for that, because I wonder if anything interesting could be said.
They've been combining like backstage talk and stuff like on Peacock and everything where it keeps going. But yeah, maybe keep it YouTube. But you could put Heyman with a lamppost and you would believe it could whoop you. Paul Heyman, one of the greatest talkers of all time, no doubt.
I mean, look at how his quote stood out in that Vince McMahon documentary on YouTube.
He's great. That story he tells with Vince telling Shane, here's the knife, put it in my heart. And if you don't have the balls to do it and you're not man enough, I have to take that in consideration. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's like just the way Paul tells the story. It's incredible.
Even if it's like half true, I could. The thing is, you could believe in saying it because just look at how Vince. We'll get to it in our episodes where we cover that, but look at how Vince talked about Shane on camera. We're getting the face off here.
Oh, we're at 3,500. We slowed down on TikTok during the summer. We're picking it back up.
We do. Let me check that number. It's slowly creeping, but it's like 35 something.
Yeah.
35.15.
Yeah. I could listen to talk for hours, no doubt. Paul Heyman's the man. I don't know why it's popping in my head. Him doing that when he was doing Cena's song, and you just see Paul walking around going,
He could do anything. Like, I was happy when the Paul Heyman DVD came out.
Ooh, we should cover that one.
Ooh, good call. It's an enjoyable one. Like, even, just all the extras that are on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Randy, we've been working on, we built up TikTok a lot in like the past year. Very interesting question since we got a UFC tonight and we got some time in this main event. How do you think the UFC would have been different?
More entertainment, Shane would have wanted to do like Vince would do a little pro wrestling, but Shane recognized, I think, the value and the grittiness of, the fights. Whereas I think Vince was more concerned that he couldn't control the outcome. That's how you found you guys. Joe was live one day on TikTok. Yeah.
That's how we bring the people in. And I've said it before on TikTok and I'll say it here. It's great being able to talk to people on TikTok because you're getting to talk directly with people. You get that response. And then the bonus for us is it gives us sometimes it's show research. We'll talk about subjects on TikTok and take it to the live podcast. But the biggest thing is sometimes people are just scrolling through TikTok. They find us talking there. They subscribe to us on the YouTube, and that's how we get viewers. And it's probably been one of the more effective social media tools for us.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you got to stay with it, though. We found that taking that time off this year, it didn't hurt us, but it definitely has us at a place where we have to work to get back a more regular following. But it's just like, if anything, you don't pay attention to it, it will wither.
Jacob and Solo taking over here. Jacob Fatu working over Roman.
Interesting to see.
Yeah. Nah, we
try not to be. Yeah, we try not to deal with them too. Every once in a while, we'll respond, but
just ignore them. I think they're humorous anyway. Most of them. How's AJ?
Plus
he's still working hard at the gym. I think actually, Randy, he's selling Wi-Fi right now, so
he's doing good.
He might be able to watch along soon. Can't confirm or deny that. We'll have to just wait and see. We'll try Survivor Series for him.
Yeah, AJ's staying working,
Yeah.
Getting out to concerts with the wife and his kid.
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter, what's up? Oh, we're going to do the Dusty flip-flop and fly in Atlanta, Georgia.
And that's going to get a big reaction there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could see a couple people front row old enough to have seen Dusty down there.
They do need Wi-Fi, Randy. This is true. Oh, cutter by Cody. The Cody cutter.
AJ's actually out at a wedding tonight, or he would have been here with us.
All right, look for that crossroads. Oh, Solo goes in.
I was going to say they're setting up for it, but I just can't see him hitting it so early. Oh, that pop-up Samoan drop.
Wonder if Jacob will do any of these dives.
This match is brought to you by Morgan and Morgan and Wendy's.
Those saucy nugs.
Did you see they've got a SpongeBob-inspired burger coming out?
No, I didn't see that. A SpongeBob burger?
Yeah, they're making like a real-life Krabby Patty.
Oh,
A couple patties, cheese, lettuce, Krabby Patty sauce on top, pineapple frost. Sounds beautiful.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go in order here. Last concert I was into Atlanta, it was See Their Non-Point, open for them.
Non-Point, great band. Love
Yeah.
that first album.
Oh, last was See Their Non-Point open. Okay. Does Cody take the pin if they lose tonight? Yeah.
Stepping on Cody's hand there. Taunting Roman in the corner. Roman just giving him that cold look. Continuing to work on Cody's hand here. Place called the Tabernacle in Atlanta. Nice. I feel like I've heard of it because I want to say Joe Rogan did either a special or a concert at the Tabernacle. How is that place as a venue, by the way?
Like Jacob's got his hands clapped together, by the way. Looks like he's reminds me of one of those 70s heels, like praying in the corner, like Maniac Mark Lewin with the hands together, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I wonder that was.
And guys, please, if you're watching, click like on the video. Maybe even share it out to some people.
Yeah, sure.
Very
Subscribe.
much appreciate that. The biggest thing is just you being here commenting. I say it all the time on TikTok. It's nice if you go follow us. It's like nice if you subscribe and all that. But the biggest thing is just being in that comment section and talking with us. You know, we do these watch-alongs because we want to talk with an audience.
We were at 13 new subscribers today for YouTube, but we did lose one. Someone left. They came in and they said, "What the hell is this?"
Man, they recognized they were a bitch and they weren't going to be able to live up to what we're putting out there. I'm not worthy of the Work of Fans podcast. You bringing all that fire. I don't like the heat. I live in Alaska.
Your watch-alongs are fun. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that.
Hey, we try and make them fun. You know, it's the most casual you're going to see us on like a on a broadcast.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. It's at an old church. That's awesome. That's got to make the acoustics in that place decent. That's got me wanting to put on some old Non-Point now.
So they are working over Cody, so we have to be setting up Roman for the hot tag here. So I would think,
Poor girl.
that Roman will win tonight. So down there, check it out. I see a Macho King in the crowd. Is that an old school Bayley too? Or maybe that's another version of
Oh,
Macho.
yeah. Behind.
Yeah. It's either another version of Macho or reminds me of the Hugger Bayley a little bit.
Is that a second Macho King?
I think it is actually. It's a second Macho. Yeah. So there's a Macho King and then there's a girl dressed up as Macho Man too.
Yeah, I was going to say that could be Old Bailey, but it just looked like another variation of Macho Man. How many different Macho Mans we got in the South?
So battling down Cody.
Yeah, the story really being about Cody being in danger. How come Cody's not bleeding? I know they had blood in the first match, but I feel like that would just make him look so much more beat down.
I love all the mess. Roman's still talking in the corner. Yeah, Roman's got some of the great trash talk. I love when they put that stuff online where you see him, especially as a heel, where he's choking a guy and he's like, my arm is too big. He can't survive this.
And just look at the face Roman has given him, too. Cody fighting back.
Interviews where he was talking shit to Seth Rollins. And he was like, yes, I make a lot more money than you. I work a lot less than you. All right, Cody trying to get that hot tag. Will he get it? Roman. Oh, Jacob
shit.
That looked like Roman fucked him for a minute. The way they edited it, not edited.
I know. I was like, damn, is Roman just getting out of here now? He's like, forget Cody.
Real big. Yeah, that's right. Do we see Gunther versus Braun Breaker at Survivor Series? Randy, I think that's definitely a possibility, but I hope it's Gunther versus Bill Goldberg.
Unless you didn't see that part of Survivor Series or that part of Bad Blood, then spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, yeah. We spoil shit here.
Motherfuckers always quick to spoil shit.
All the time, you guys.
How you gonna do a live watch along when the event's on?
He bailed. He was a subscriber. He didn't know. He turned on.
He was the one.
Yeah.
It was like halfway through. He's like, y'all motherfuckers gonna make fun of me. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm gonna go with my friends and play Magic the Gathering.
He's still watching us, but just pissed.
He's watching, but not as a subscriber. Like that, you did this to yourself. I want you to understand this.
Does Brock Lesnar come back? Man, I guess that's a tough question, but if I had to bet money on it, like in this lifetime, I'll say Brock comes back one more time for sure, at least.
At some point, definitely. Maybe he's who Heyman brings back to help.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a War Games with Brock Lesnar versus a bunch of Samoans? Not 1 versus 20, but I mean, it's going to be wild. There's that guy front row with the beard that I said looks like he paid good money to have those ladies do the finishing moves on him.
That Wendy's saucy nugs.
Give me that tag. Give me that hot tag. Ow, he's coming in. Boom. Big lariat.
Big clothesline.
Big lariat. You know what the fuck you're going to get? You're going to get a woo, and then you're going to get that big clothesline. Make that sound like USC World, Roman.
Oh, yeah. Now, I don't think this story needs Brock. Hot tag for Roman. I definitely do think we need to Rock again at some point. We do need that Roman Reigns Rock match at some point, right? I want to see that.
Yeah, The Rock's going to come out at some point. I mean, definitely to set up for WrestleMania, but I wouldn't even be surprised if he comes out just to set the table for Survivor Series. He doesn't even have to fight in it.
I often wonder if The Rock will be wrestling on the first episode of Netflix, too.
That would be interesting.
Oh, a crucifix. What?
I love that reversal.
That was great.
Big Superman punch. Eating shit.
No.
2. Oh, he kicked out.
It was like, get me. I don't give a shit. I ain't going out like that. Not yet.
He's like, I got money on the first match of the UFC card. I have to get out early. I want to be out of the shower by the time that match is in the ring.
That's it. Now you're getting
I got a plus 50 on the underdog.
What will the main event for Saturday? What will be the main event for Saturday's main event? Oh, good question.
That would be a little easier to answer, like 2 weeks out. I'm gonna say you get a big Cody Rhodes match on there. Get a tag team match on there, possibly. It'll be easier to tell as it gets closer. Ooh, Jacob Fatu coming in with that big kick. Double super kicks.
Yeah,
Fatu pulling him in the middle of the ring. We know what he's going to do. So cleanly gets up to that top rope. Gets up way quicker than Solo.
Not going to happen.
1, 2.
Ow!
Cody saves it. It was at that point, I'm like, things are starting to speed up, so you're definitely feeling the end of the match coming. But you're just wondering, like, what's that last beat going to be?
That would be cool. Randy versus Cody Saturday night, yeah.
Ooh, that would be good. Clearing the announce desk, so we're about to take this bad boy down. Hope you got all your notes. No, you don't. Oh, eats a super kick from Jacob Fatu. Oh, going after him and goes through that barrier. Now you got me wanting to see Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman.
I want some saucy nuts. That's what I want.
Have you had the saucy nugs yet?
I did. I had the garlic parm. They were pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's the only type I've tried too. That sauce is heavy on them.
Yes, it was. I might have burped some of that up a little bit. I didn't want to talk about that. And since you brought it up.
Yeah, I had that on my breath for the rest of the day when I tried it. I enjoyed them, but it was just the way that sauce sticks with you. AJ versus KO would be great.
Yeah, those would all be some good matches.
Carmelo Andrade for that U.S. title. Do it on Saturday night's main event. Oh, shit. Cody Rhodes about to go. Can he do... Is it wild to do a moonsault from there to the table? I don't know if it's possible.
Cody looking to take Jacob Fatu out right on the turnbuckle, right on the post.
Obviously going with the safer choice.
Shit.
It looked like he almost could have overshot that when he was in the air.
Comments getting put up tonight. I don't know what that is, but that's all right. What a dive for Cody.
That looks like a Twitch view. Is that the one motherfucker that's been viewing us on Twitch? Best viewers on Get Yourself Fucked.
Yeah. There you go. Yep, book it.
All right.
All right, so Cody and Roman are down.
I'm excited for Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, bring it back. I hope they have the song, too.
Solo and Roman getting to their feet. Headbutt. Right hand. Shit, Solo's hitting him with those saucy nugs. Those saucy rights. Roman responding. The big match we're eventually set. Roman versus Solo at Saturday night's main event. God, this match is so epic. I don't even think you necessarily need a surprise at the end of it now. You know, obviously it's wrestling and it would be cool, but like now that I'm watching how this is unfolding, I can see why this was the main event. Oh, okay. That's Tongaloa and Tamatonga. Whatever the fuck their names are in WWF too. Oh, kicks out.
That is their names in WWE. It's just they don't go by the Gorillas of Destiny. It's just Tongaloa and Tamatonga of the Bloodline.
Okay. I don't know. I still feel like there's another beat to come. I feel like there's a debut.
Yeah, maybe we talked about like Kukaleo maybe comes in and beats up Roman and Cody if Roman and Cody win. And we got another heel member to that group here. Although, yeah, there you go. Where's Jimmy?
Yeah, maybe Jimmy comes out for.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at the
Who's
guy
that out there with the face. Do we get Jimmy and Hikuleo possibly? Get your hands off me. Can't you see that super kick? That's always sober. Jimmy Uso.
We got Jimmy back.
Oh,
yeet.
fuck.
No
Right.
yeet.
Boom, big spear. Whoa, okay. So we got the return of Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Still watching though.
Yeah.
I feel like something else could happen. So neither Cody nor Roman had to figure out who was taking the pin on that one.
Very nice. Good show. Black Ops Wrestling, I would agree, was a good show, but you always got to stick around. You never know what these guys are going to pull anything else at the last second.
Yeah, you can't even trust that like final graphic coming off.
Yeah.
You got to see the show fade to black before you know it's done with Triple H.
Interesting finish.
Yeah, wild main event. I guess I can agree with the Hell in a Cell. Hold on. It seems like Jimmy's on his side.
Oh, yeah.
Do we get swerved? Looks like the debut of a new shirt, possibly. All right, we're getting a hug at least right now.
Yeah. I think they're good. But you never know if we'll get another debut still. Nah, that probably will be the debut of the night. You know, give Jimmy his moment, right? He helps Roman, and then maybe Hikuleo or someone comes back out on SmackDown or whatever. You see them staring at Cody. Now, what's going to be interesting here is Cody celebrates with these guys and everything. How's Kevin Owens going to look at that? Also, big cut around his elbow or around his shoulder there, huh?
I wonder, is that a cut? Is that a birthmark? Has that always been there?
I think it's a cut.
Face off is interesting. They're really milking that tension.
I see So getting beat down soon. Okay, so no celebration, just a nod. So they're walking away.
I don't know. This walk's a little too slow.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Gets beat down on Cody in the ring here. Solo in the ring.
Oh, that's huh?
All right. It's almost like Jimmy's trying to either tell him to go save him or suggesting they save him.
Yeah. Oh.
That's why the event could have ended there and it would have been fine. You know, not fine, but like,
Yeah.
it would have been good. You would have had a great night. We would have had no complaints. But now it's just heating it up that much more. You know, Cody came through for them, so they're coming through for Cody.
Oh, now Roman's looking at the championship, though.
Oh, shit. Could this put them on a 6-man team? Could this put Cody possibly on their War Games team?
Oh,
But you're
yeah.
always going to have this little bit of dissent between them about that championship.
We could definitely be looking at Cody as part of this War Games team for sure.
Solo will be beat down by the Tongs on SmackDown. Watch. Interesting prediction.
Oh, wait, who's coming out? Oh, it's the fucking Rock. Holy shit.
We thought it could be a possibility. We didn't know if it would happen. How much bigger does this have to get?
Holy shit. How did this? Oh, my goodness.
Got his People's Championship with him. Randy popping for the Rock as well.
Oh, man. Wow, that's crazy. The final boss, The Rock. Staring down Roman. I'd imagine this is probably all he's going to do. I don't think he's going to talk right now, though. So that's interesting.
No, this would definitely be a less is more moment.
I would think so. Yeah.
Just making the appearances enough. Like I said, he doesn't have to come out and do anything wild. All he really just has to make an appearance.
Oh, so I see what he's saying here. Blacks was saying that at some point, because he's not living up to being the tribal chief, the Tongas would be now. But that could be interesting too, because if The Rock showed up on SmackDown to confront Solo about failing here.
Yeah, maybe The Rock introduces another Samoan.
What's this supposed to be?
So it looked like he counted 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And
Simulated cutting the neck.
Huh.
All right, we're getting that little trademark popping up in the corner.
Yeah, I think we're done now. Text Scott. Come on over whenever you're ready. I'm all set. Those in the chat. I got pizza on the way. All right.
So I take it you are done for the night with us here.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm gonna make a short real quick about The Rock because that's just what I'm gonna do. But I'm out, and good luck to whatever you keep doing here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining everybody in this chat. Been a real time.
Thanks for doing the live watch along, Dave, tonight. We will do our next live watch along next weekend for Wrestle Dream, but I am going to find this press conference on YouTube real quick. So everybody else, we're gonna take a little time. We're probably gonna try and find this press conference. If we can't, we will call it a night. But thank you, Randy. Thank you, Black Ops Wrestling. Thank you, Cage My IQ. Thank you. Want to get that name right, James Hodges. You rocked with us so much early on. Thank you to everybody watching. Have a good night, Black Ops Wrestling. And please, next time we do a live watch along, love to have you in the comments again. Randy Osga, you know it's always awesome to have you in the comments. I'm at least going to see if we can find this press conference. I got to take the dogs out, but riding that high of a nice watch along here. Plus, I'm interested in this press conference. Will we hear anything big? Will there be any talks about the Vince McMahon documentary? That's kind of what I'm most interested to hear. Will they answer any questions about it? All right. So right now I found the stream on YouTube, just waiting for it to start. So what was your match of the night for anybody watching? Let us know in the comments, please. We had a great viewership tonight. A lot of great responses. The tough part of doing these things sometimes is we hope to draw an audience. It's not always 100% guaranteed. But the people we pulled in were great. Yeah, sorry, this is going to be kind of like the odd spot of the watch along, because we don't often talk about press conferences. Usually there's two of us here, but I'm trying something different. If you're still watching, let us know your match of the night in the comments for us. Ooh, that Hell in a Cell match was great, but that main event definitely made a run for it as well. So the press conference is starting now. At least the live feed of it is on YouTube. I gotta see, can I turn on? I wouldn't mind turning on closed captions. Okay. I've got closed captions on, everybody, so even got the sound up a little bit to hear it a little bit easier. Okay, Liv Morgan's going to be joining the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, and Paul Levesque is going to be closing this out. So obviously, you got to think that Cody's going to be getting a question about the Vince documentary. It's going to be interesting to hear if anybody hits Triple H with it. Okay, Liv Morgan, the first to make it out here. I'm going to throw up a Game Up banner because I don't think everybody necessarily needs to see my face. But I will keep talking about this press conference. So Liv Morgan really playing up the character, which isn't terrible, but I would more think that if you're going to be doing these press conference type things, you'd want them to come off more legitimate. But who knows? Maybe if you have like one person coming out in character, other people can handle things a little more seriously. Obviously, the dream one day would be able to get in on one of these, press situations. Okay, so Liv just addressing that Raquel is watching over Dom getting medical treatment. Somebody asking her about the return of Raquel after being gone for most of the year. What did everybody think of the event tonight? What match stood out for you more? Do you think that Hell in a Cell match could be a contender for match of the year? You know, I know you got to bring a few people out, but I'm really interested in seeing Cody Rhodes. I don't know if there's going to be any hard-hitting questions. I'd like to hope so. I mean, I'm sure as anybody with pets knows, I've got a dog here that is ready to go out. Thank you to everybody still rocking with us. See, we got 2 people watching on the YouTube channel, 1 person watching on the Twitch. Now, this is the Liv Morgan portion of this is all right, but this is not. It doesn't feel real. It just feels more like character work right now. You know, and it's maybe it's more on me expecting this press conference to be something deeper than just character work. But all right, they are moving Liv Morgan out. I was told that the even with the press conference has to be done by the time UFC is on. All right, so Liv Morgan left. Damian Priest is the next one coming to the table now. So we'll have to see how much of this is this going to feel real, because you know, what's he going to address? Could we see if this thing with Finn will continue going further? Sorry, I know you guys are getting a lot of dead air during this, but you know, trying to half listen, half read what these responses are. I mean, you know, tonight's watch along was brought to you by Game Up Hard Hydration. I got to admit, Damian is definitely coming off as more real, even if it is character, which after the Liv thing, you got to consider that it probably is. But I'm really liking the way that Damian's coming across here. And you got to wonder if they're bringing in a press to help them put on these press conferences. They've got to be worked to a degree. Maybe they work in a question about the Vince documentary, so people feel that that question got represented. I don't think Triple H is going to see it. And guys, I think I'm going to cut this live stream off at I'm gonna aim for an even 4 hours. It might be a little over because I'm gonna play a couple commercials to end this. But I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to sit through. I imagine we could probably get one more person out here for questions during that time. But either way, thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. Thank you to everybody that's watching this in the future. And please, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Every little bit helps. The most important thing is that you watched, that you dropped a comment if you did. It's just giving us your time. We appreciate everybody that spends time watching wrestling with us, talking wrestling with us. We do what we can here. We're an up and coming wrestling podcast. This is our 5 years we've been doing it. First sponsorship this year from Game Up Hard Hydration. They've been great sponsors, great company to work with. If you haven't tried Game Up, I mean, you've heard the commercials. We've been funny about it, saying it's like your favorite drink and your favorite seltzer got together and had a baby, but it's all those classic electrolyte refreshment flavors. And the fact that it has an alcoholic kick to it, it's just a bonus. It should have been the drink of your summer, but it can be the drink of your fall. It's great. If you have Game Up Hard Hydration near you, I definitely recommend picking up a 8-pack and trying it out. Go to drinkgameup.com to see if it is available at a liquor store near you. Okay, interesting. Damian Priest talking about the formation of Judgment Day. And from the little bit that I'm reading, it's almost like saying like they were brought together to propel everyone and, rising at the same time as your friends. But now that the Judgment Day kind of left him and Rhea behind, it's him seeing what he can do on his own. And she's doing it in the women's division as well. Well, all right, guys. I don't know if this press conference is necessarily going to be anything really that we need to see. So thank you to everybody for joining us. We will be doing this again for Wrestle Dream. We will be doing it for further pay-per-views. But now I'm just going to play a couple ads from the people that pay the bills around here. Thank you for joining us.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harrison, Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories, including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe, and you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling, but when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it.
Hey, all you got young wrestling fans out there, listen, Old Black Bart has got a book. It's called Wrestle. Right there. It's got some dead good stories in there about some dead good wrestlers.
Read stories of Dusty Rhodes, the Von Erich, Scott Casey, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, Mr. Fuji, Ron Bass, Bruiser Brody, Mike Davis, the Grappler, and many others.
And I guarantee you one thing, that it'll be the best dadgum read you've had in a long time.
Get your book today at Russellville.com or on Amazon. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.